Point KOFO News.
Good evening, and welcome in to Week 8 of the Friday Night Lights High School Show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. I'm Bob Johnson as we get you set and ready for tonight's high school football action in the area. Games with some playoff implications, others just finishing out the season, but it's still a great night. Any night you can have high school football is a great night, and the weather tonight is going to be fantastic for the matchups. We'll take a look at that forecast, especially for the two matchups that we'll have for you here tonight on the Mothership on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO, and also on KOFO.com. We'll have Ottawa High's final regular season ball game as they'll take on Tonganoxie. And then over on KOFO.com, where you'll hear exclusively the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week, we will have West Franklin taking on Central Heights. So some Franklin County action hitting the airwaves and the World Wide Web tonight. And we're glad that you could join us as we get you ready for the games. And we're going to start off first with Ottawa High here tonight. Ottawa High finishing up at home. They are 0-7 on the season. Tonganoxie is at 5-2. And, of course, it's one last chance to pick up their first win of the season, as Ottawa High has struggled so far this year to find themselves in a positive, in the positive side of the win column. And it's going to be a tough road to hoe tonight. They're going to take on Tonganoxie. This will be the first ever matchup between Ottawa High and Tonganoxie. It is senior night at Steve Grogan Stadium, and so there's, I don't want to say pressure, but the Cyclones would like to give the seniors a victory for their final game at home. And it's also Wall of Honor night, so a lot of pomp and circumstance and pageantry at Steve Grogan Stadium here this evening. And Coach Rob Hedrick, he says the Cyclone offense is going to be the key for tonight's ball game.
Sutton's
They're going to play some cover one tonight, and so hopefully we're going to be able to take advantage of that. With our skilled kids, we ought to be able to get open in the passing game if they're going to play. Offensively, we've got to be able to take some pressure off the defense. We've got to keep the ball in our hands, out of their offense's hands, and in the drives with some scores. We're not giving the defense a chance against Tongi. We got to be better, and we got to put some points on the board.
And that has been a struggle for Ottawa High this year. The offense has just not been able to find a rhythm. They've had musical quarterbacks in a way, in some sense, due to injury, and just also coming down to the last part of the season, just kind of seeing what you have for next year as you get ready to start thinking about that. But the Cyclone offense has got to find some positives here tonight. And not only that, they're going to have to hang on to this football and keep possession. You just cannot continually go 3 and out, especially when you have players playing both sides of the football. You get 3 and outs, and you got to go get beat up on the defensive side as you're hitting and hitting and hitting. It takes a toll on a body, especially a younger body. I can't imagine being at my age being hit all the time either. So that's going to be important to keep in mind. We're going to talk with Gary Bateman here in just a little bit and kind of give you a little appetizer for this ball game, and we'll get you all set up with more information as Friday Night Lights continues. The other matchup, as we mentioned exclusively on KOFO.com, the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week. This game has playoff implications here this evening. The winner of the game will automatically make it to bracket play in the state playoffs, while the loser will have to play a cross-district playoff game to move on further in the postseason. West Franklin picked up a win last week as they'll get ready to take on Central Heights. The Falcons are 3-4. Central Heights Vikings are 2-5. And West Franklin's victory was by forfeit last week. Oskaloosa was not able to field a full team, so It was a 2-0 victory for the Falcons. That was the Falcons' first victory, though, since September 14th when they beat Linden 39-0. So you go almost a full month without picking up a victory, and then you get it by forfeit. So we'll see what kind of momentum, if any, they pick up. Obviously, a week where they didn't have to play, so a chance to rest some players at this point in time, especially with what's going on in with the season right now, and a chance to make it to bracket play. You got a week to rest. That's huge. It gets a chance for your players to freshen up a little bit, heal some injuries, and then get ready to go on the road to take on Central Heights. The Vikings have lost 3 games in a row coming into tonight's game, including their 54-14 demolishing last week at the hands of McLeod. So Central Heights with a lot to play for tonight, but they're going to have to put last week's game behind them and try to get some things going in that positive direction. And a quick start would be good for the Vikings here this evening. West Franklin has won the last 3 meetings between these two teams by the scores of 46-8, 35-0, and 38-18. Central Heights' last victory in this fixture was from 2014 when they won by the final score of 14-11. So this game, again, will be on KOFO.com. Luke Queen will have the call. We'll talk with Luke Queen also here in just a little bit to get you ready for this game. But this one will be a fun one to keep an eye on with some playoff implications. Other games in the area that we'll keep an eye on for you tonight. The 5-2 Hayden travels to Wellsville to take on the Eagles, who are 3-4. Wellsville comes into tonight's contest having lost their last 2 games, including being rolled by Jefferson West 41-6 last week. Hayden has won 4 in a row, including last week's 20-0 victory over Perry Lecompton. So this is going to be Wellsville will potentially play a cross-district game next week in Week 9. Hayden right now really rolling. They've won 4 in a row, and they look to go on the road and continue and make it 5 in a row here this evening in Wellsville. Spring Hill is 3-5 on the year. They'll take on the 2-6 Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin has lost their last 4 games, including being shut out by Tonganoxie last week by the score of 20-0. Baldwin's last victory came almost a month ago when they beat the Eudora Cardinals by the score of 28-6. Spring Hill's had an up and down season, and it continued last week as they picked up their first victory since September 14th. Spring Hill won in a squeaker 24-22 over Piper. Anderson County is at Burlington tonight. The Bulldogs are 2-5, 25 if you remove the dash, but you know who's counting. 2-5 on the year for Anderson County. Burlington's 4-3. And Anderson County has split their last 4 ball games, win-loss, including that loss last week to Prairie View, 22-7. Burlington dismantled Osawatomie by the score of 36-0 last week. But Burlington has also split their last 4 ball games. 4 weeks ago, or their first victory in that 4-game stretch was a victory, lost 2 in a row, and then picked up the victory last week. As we mentioned, over Osawatomie, 36-0. So 2 teams who have split their last 4 ball games could lead to an interesting matchup in Burlington here tonight, and we'll keep you up to date on that one. Other action tonight that will bring you scores on: Jefferson West, who is 5-2 on the year. They'll take on Santa Fe Trail, who's 4-3. Now, this to me has got to be the game of the night for 4A in this area, and maybe throughout the state. You have 7-0 Lewisburg taking on 7-0 Paola in a Miami County showdown. And that should be a fantastic game, and we'll keep you apprised on that one all evening long. Osawatomie still looking for their first win of the year. They're 0-7. Girard is 4-3. Osawatomie goes on the road to take on Girard. Linden is 3-4 on the year. They'll take on a 6-1 Jackson Heights team. McLeod, 4-3, takes on Osage City, who is 6-1. And Osage City had been really cruising, to say the least, all season long until they ran into Silver Lake last week, and they were defeated 48-26. So we'll see how Osage City reacts to their first loss of the year. Wakefield is 3-4 on the year. They're going to be in Waverly to take on Waverly. 6-1 on the year for them, and Waverly always a powerhouse when it comes to 1A football, and again having another great season. Altoona Midway 1-6 on the year, taking on Crest, who is 0-7, and I think the only winners in this one are going to be the fans, to be quite honest with you, as both teams have struggled all year long heading into this one. Crest looking to pick up their first victory if they could. And then Marinazine Valley 0-7 on the season. They're at center tonight, who is 5-2 on the year. So that is your schedule of games that we'll keep an eye on you for this evening. And it's time now to take a quick look at the weather forecast for this evening. And it's going to be a beautiful night here in Franklin County. Of course, not that many miles separate the Ottawa High game and the Central Heights game. So expect about the same weather conditions for both. Currently 63 degrees in the area, 17 degrees Celsius for our Canadian friends, 73% humidity. Wind is out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour, so that's going to be something maybe to keep an eye on early on. Could cause a little bit of a problem passing and kicking, but we expect it to be mostly clear through the evening. As looking out the power Doppler window, it looks like it's starting to clear out, seeing some sun, but sun's starting to come out just a little bit, just in time for the day to end. So expect it to be mostly clear, and the temperature will be dropping as the evening goes on. The wind's going to whip around to the west, and it'll be about 5 miles per hour, and then well after the ball game's moving to the north. So the wind should die down as the evening goes on. So that's a look at your weather forecast for tonight's ball games here in the area. That's also the rundown of the schedules and a little bit about what's going on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Gary Bateman. We're also going to talk with Luke Queen about tonight's matchups and a whole lot more here on the Friday Night Lights preview show. You're listening to us on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO, and KOFO.com.
Sutton's Jewelry of Ottawa brings their finest right into your home with the help of their Facebook page. Check in regularly for newly arriving pieces, just in time for the holidays. And for Vera Bradley Designs, your only local retail location is Sutton's Jewelry. From wedding sets to charm bracelets, jewelry repaired to customized jewelry pieces, Sutton's Jewelry specialists are available to help you. So like them on Facebook to keep up to date on Sutton's newest, and stop in 213 South Main, Ottawa for up-close and personal service.
The Ottawa Main Street Association invites you to beautiful downtown in North Ottawa tomorrow for the Fall Flea Junk and Trunk. Vendors of all kinds will be downtown with antiques, flea market, garage sale items, and more. Downtown businesses and restaurants will be open, and we hope to see you there from 10 to 4 at the Flea Junk and Trunk tomorrow in downtown Ottawa.
Shopping for a new Ford truck? Then see my friends at Bob Allen Ford. Hi, it's George Brett here, and Bob Allen Ford now has 2 great locations in Overland Park and Ottawa, Kansas. Shop from an inventory of over 700 vehicles online at kcford.com.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I'm as happy as a clam.
Disclaimer. Geico cannot guarantee you will be, quote, as happy as a clam, unquote. The Geico legal team cannot accurately verify clams even experience the complex human emotional state known as happiness. As an invertebrate mollusk living half submerged on the ocean floor, with no arms, legs, or wireless access, what's there to be happy about? A clam's all like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't get turned into New England clam chowder today, pronounced regionally as chowder. Chowder. Oh, that's so fun to say. What were we talking about again?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Spilled your red wine? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading Ordinary brand, so you can get back on track quicker. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Let's think about customization, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto insurance so you only pay for what you need. So why aren't more things in life customizable? Why isn't a burger cheaper when you ask for no onions? I don't want them, so shouldn't you deduct the price of the onions, right? Otherwise, I'm paying for the onions, but I'm not receiving any onions.
Go to libertymutual.com for a customized quote and you could save.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, equal housing insurer.
Friday Night Lights continues here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. I'm your host with the most, Bob Johnson. I thought I'd steal a little Bob Rush line here just because I can. And it is time now to head out to the fields and get a sample of what we can expect here this evening with both ball games. And let's take it out to Steve Grogan Stadium, and let's talk with Gary Bateman as we get ready for this Tonganoxie Cyclone clash. And Gary, welcome into Friday Night Lights.
Well, thank you. And are you going to use the "Don't touch that knob, it's Bob" thing also?
You know, why not?
For your spiel?
Why not? You know what? I'll just steal if I can. Steal.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the Cyclones are looking to steal a victory here tonight against Tonganoxie. Tonganoxie is on a roll right now. They lost their first 2 ball games to very good teams. Lewisburg, who's playing for the top seed in Class 4A, eastern side of the bracket, and then Bates or Linwood, who is probably going to end up third on the east side of the bracket. So very good teams to start off the season. But Tonganoxie, since that time, has reeled off 5 wins in a row, including a 20-0 win last week at home against Baldwin. So the Cyclones are going to have their work cut out for them here this evening as they look for that first win of the year. You know, it's a great night for football here, and if you're in the area, I would really urge you to come out. First of all, it's senior night. The Cyclone seniors will be honored before the game, and then also the Wall of Honor recipients will be recognized at halftime, and I believe we're going to bring you that live here on KOFO. But you know, I think it's an interesting night for football, and you just never know. Tonganoxie's kind of locked into their seed. They're going to be at home for the first round, the Week 9 game, first round of the 4A playoffs, and you know, maybe the Cyclones catch them looking ahead to next week.
Well, and I think it's all going to come down to getting some success for the Cyclone team and not faltering on that. We saw a couple weeks ago the Cyclones found some success but couldn't hang on to it. They've got to find a way to do that here tonight.
Yeah, and Rob Hendricks says, you know, just got to be able to create some offense somewhere along the line. The defense usually plays well for a couple of quarters, and then simply because they're out on the field just for too long, things start, you know, happening in that second half, and you know, realizing, of course, that you play a lot of these guys both ways, but the fact of the matter is if you're able to keep the offense on, it's a little bit different than having to go at that and having to play defense 3 quarters of the night.
Who do we expect to see at quarterback tonight?
Well, I don't know. I think you may well see the combo again this evening. My guess is that Elias White would start, but that does not mean that we won't see Caleb Kessinger. Coach Hendrick did confirm that Jackson Allen is out with those concussion protocol, if I could spit that out. So he's not going to play the rest of the year, and that's unfortunate for the senior. But a couple of juniors will get the reps here this evening. And you know what? Coach Hendrick did not intimate as to who that person was going to be, if it might be both or just what. So we'll have to wait and see.
Do you see maybe with a sense of really no pressure and I don't want to say nothing to play for, but just there's no pressure. You haven't won a game. You've got a chance maybe to, you know, you play spoiler a little bit, I guess. Do you see Ottawa High maybe just throwing caution to the wind and just trying different things here tonight?
Well, the odd thing, Bob, is that you're really right in when you say the Cyclones don't have anything to play for except that win, and that is because they're already locked into that 16th seed. They're going to play the top seed no matter what happens, because if they win tonight and Eudora loses, they've got the same record, but Eudora has the tiebreaker on them. So Cyclones are going to either Paola or Lewisburg next Friday night. And so now, you basically come out here, you can pin your ears and back and just say, hey, we're going to let it all go here on senior night.
And that should be an interesting storyline in itself right there. So, Gary, have a good call tonight. We'll talk to you again next week for Friday Night Lights.
Sounds good, Bob.
Thank you, Gary. And again, we'll join Gary at about 6:40 for the Superstands cleaning service, Rob Hedrick pregame show. And now let's take it out to Richmond and Central Heights and talk with Luke Queen. Luke, welcome into Friday Night Lights.
Thanks, Bob. How have you been? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know I've missed you.
It was a rare off week for Friday night football for me, so good to be back.
And that's a great point. I talked a little bit about it in the open. West Franklin picking up a forfeit win last week. It almost couldn't have come at a better time considering what's on the line this week playoff-wise. You've got a chance to rest and get some players healthy coming into this matchup. And it seems like that might bode really well for West Franklin.
Absolutely. You kind of think a bye week in high school football is just incredibly rare, and West Franklin got one last week with Oskaloosa not, having enough bodies and able to complete the season, and so they got to be rested, able to focus on their game and really maybe work on some new things as well to bring into this matchup and possibly into the playoffs next week.
And, of course, for West Franklin, that was their first victory since the 14th of September. So they needed to find a way for some positives. And even though it came as a forfeit, you got the victory, plus you got that week off. While Central Heights comes in tonight, having lost 3 in a row and really having it handed to them last week by McLeod, 54-14.
Absolutely. Very, tough schedule for both of these teams when you put Osage City, Silver Lake, McLeod, all in the same district basically with Heights and West Franklin. And West Franklin, or Central Heights has played last week, took another one under the chin, but coming in tonight, get the victory here, and they've got an opportunity again to play next week if they can come away victorious tonight.
For West Franklin, what's it going to take for them to come away with a victory?
Well, for West Franklin, they are definitely a team that likes to keep it on the ground. The play goes through quarterback senior Clayton Noyens, and they use the ground game to their advantage. Noyens a good runner, does a good job of controlling the offense and going at the pace that Coach Einspar likes. West Franklin definitely a running team, 177 yards a ball game, so looking to keep it on the ground defensively. For West Franklin with Central Heights is kind of more of a passing attack this year for the Vikings, averaging over 130 yards a ball game in the air. So need to do a good job up front to create some pressure, and then having their backs, defensive backs, do a nice job of covering the receivers of Central Heights.
And for Central Heights, how about them? What do they need to do to get a victory here?
It is going to all come down to the defensive line, slowing down that running attack of West Franklin. If they can force 3rd and long, they can create 3 and outs or even stop West Franklin from running that ball and controlling that clock. Give the offense an opportunity so that in the trenches up front is really where Central Heights is going to need to play well to win this ball game tonight.
Well, Luke, have a good call. We'll talk to you again as this should be a fun game to listen to on KOFO.com.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
That's Luke Queen down at Central Heights as he gets ready to call the KOFO High School football game of the week. We're going to take our final break of the night. When we come back, we've got some audio that we'll get to you from Wellsville and Baldwin. and we'll wrap this one up. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Being a league member at the Gun Guys in downtown Ottawa gets you discounts, benefits, and a consistent opportunity to hone your firearm skills. Fall leagues are forming now, so visit the Gun Guys today at 412 South Main. Call 418-0711 or visit online anytime at thegunguys.net.
This is Brandy from Clean and Shine. Not only do we clean residential properties, we also specialize in commercial as well as rental move-in and outs. Call me today at 785-418-3727.
It's Macy's Customer Celebration Event. Take an extra 25 or 15% off with your Macy's Card or Savings Pass. Save 25% on dresses, 25 to 40% on men's suiting and more, 50% on our fine jewelry clearance. Save sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply. And Star Rewards members, you're invited to celebrate a year of incredible Macy's Star Rewards benefits Saturday, October 20th at our exclusive shopping event with refreshments, fun, and more. Visit Macys.com/events for details and hours.
Let's think about customization presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto insurance so you only pay for what you need. So why aren't more things in life customizable? Why should I pay the same amount for a compact parking space as I do for a regular space, right? What kind of lot doesn't reward me for selflessly buying a smaller car to provide more parking room for others?
Go to libertymutual.com for a customized quote and you could save.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, equal housing insurer.
I'm Tiffany Haddish, and I use Groupon so much, they made me the spokesperson. Some people think that just because they're saving money with Groupon, they're not getting the best, and that's crazy. With Groupon ratings and reviews, you can be sure you're getting the best of everything. The best experiences, the best restaurants, even the best spas, all at prices you'll love. So get out there and live your best life. Save up to $100 a week on what you do every day. Download the app and save. Groupon.
Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. I'm Bob Johnson. I'm waving my hands, spirit fingers. It is high school football night, and we're glad you could join us here as we get you ready for the action. We've had Sam White had a chance to catch up and talk a little Wellsville football here this week, and as they get ready for their matchup with Hayden, we will let's take a look, listen. Well, we can't look at it. We can listen to the audio, though, with Sam White as we get a breakdown of some Wellsville football.
Sam White here on the Friday Night Lights pregame show, and I'm joined by Wellsville's coach, Coach Berkdahl. How are you doing this evening, Coach?
Oh, we're doing good.
Great, great. So you guys have Hayden here at home. Hayden is typically fairly good, and they're good again this year. What's going to be a key to, one, not only end your guys' two-game slide, but they have outscored their last three opponents by a substantial margin. What's going to be the key to slowing these guys down tonight?
Well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, obviously. They got big offensive line. They're very disciplined. So, I thought we moved the ball pretty well the other night, and just, for the last couple games, for whatever reason, haven't been able to capitalize when we got close to scoring. So, just try to move the ball, get some first downs, and definitely when we get inside the 15-20, we got to make it count. Good snaps, no penalties, those kind of things.
You guys are one of the few teams in the area, at least that I've noticed, and even in the state, that like to definitely kind of balance it out, running and throwing. Are you going to have to favor one or the other against this team, or are you just going to, keep going the way the Wellsville Eagles go, a true balanced running and passing offense?
Right. No, I think you play with balance, and Zach is one of the best quarterbacks around. He's a threat throwing the ball and running it. I feel like the strength of our team, we have some good wide receivers. We got guys that play good in space. So, we'll continue to spread it out and do the things that we think we do best. And like I said, it's just first downs, keep the clock moving, try to keep the game in the 20s, and that's what we're going to try to do tonight.
So definitely, pound the ball in and keep those trenches on your favor and keep the score low, of course.
Right. Yep, exactly. Play good defense, try to play good defense, and try to capitalize when we get our chances.
Well, from all of us here, we say congratulations on a great season up to this point, and good luck tonight.
Yes, thanks. We're looking forward to it, back to playing at home, and we're going to play hard tonight, I have no doubt.
Again, this is Sam here on the Friday Night Lights pregame show on KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Sam also had a chance to talk some Baldwin High School football, and let's take a listen to see what's going on tonight with their matchup as the Bulldogs will take on, will be playing a little bit later here and have their game right in front of me. They're taking on Spring Hill, so preparedness is the key. Let's find out if that's the key for Baldwin tonight.
Good evening here on the Friday Night Lights pregame show. I'm Sam White, and I'm joined by Coach Kerr of Baldwin. How are you doing this evening, Coach?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. So you guys have Spring Hill at home. Spring Hill, most of their games, they've kept it close. What's it going to take to keep it close, but with the W on your guys' end this tonight?
I think we're going to have to just manage our turnovers, limit those. I think the last weeks we've improved on that, shutting down the turnovers and causing ourselves short fields. And then on defense, we're going to have to force some and try to get a lead early and not play from behind, which we have the last couple of weeks.
You guys have lost a few here in a row. What kind of mindset does it take for these kids to keep a positive outlook? Like, what do you do as a coach to get the positiveness back into your guys, back into your players?
Well, I think you have to, you have to impress upon them that it's just the next play mentality. If you make a mistake on a play, you got to get up and go to the next one. And so when you extend that out to games, if you lose the game, you got to go to the next one. And I think that's been a little bit of a help this year with the whole playoff system changing, where you have a lot of teams where they lose a couple district games and they know they're out, and they don't put much fight left in them because they know they're out. Where everybody makes it now, so you have something to play for all the way up to the end of the season with your seeding, and so that's helped us keep our focus. We've played well, but we've made mistakes that the kids have recognized and know that if we improve on those mistakes, we could come out on top tonight.
So all in all, it's about basically improving, getting better, and minimizing turnovers, just doing your job. And as Jimmy Valvano once said, don't give up, don't ever give up, right?
That's right. And we're such a young team. We only have 8 seniors with one of those. Matt just does the kicking for us. So we're playing a lot of young kids right now in a lot of places. And so, for the future of the program, if we can continue to improve, then that's going to, pay dividends down the line. And for the seniors, they kind of want to end on a positive. And so we've worked on improvement each week, and that's all you really can do is control what you can control. And hopefully things tonight work in our favor, and we get a win and some momentum heading into the playoffs.
All righty, Coach, from all of us here, congratulations on a good season, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I want to say thanks to Sam White for getting that audio for you here this evening. That's going to wrap up the Friday Night Lights show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. We're going to split you out to your ball games if you're listening to it on the mothership here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. You'll hear the lovely tones of Gary Bateman and the Superstands Cleaning Service Rob Hedrick pregame show. If you're listening on KOFO.com for the game of the week, you'll hear Luke Queen and the Superstands Cleaning Service pregame show. Talk to you again next Friday night. Thanks for listening to Friday Night Lights.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this Ottawa Cyclone football broadcast and the Superstands Cleaning Service Rob Hedrick pregame show on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com. Make Superstands your cleaning man for carpet, upholstery, furniture, or tile. Call Superstands Cleaning Service for a free estimate today at 418-2463. Now, for a preview of tonight's game, here's KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman.
And good evening, everyone, from Steve Grogan Stadium here in Ottawa. It's time for Cyclone football, and we welcome you to the Superstands Cleaning Service pregame show prior to the Cyclones taking on Tonganoxie Chieftains here on senior night here at Ottawa High School. Ottawa comes in still looking for its first win on the season, 0-7 after last week's 25-0 loss to Lewisburg. Tonganoxie right now has won 5 in a row after starting the season 0-2. They are now 5-2. They beat Baldwin last week by the final score of 20-0. And folks, this is the first meeting between these two schools, separated by no more than about 45 miles. This is the first time Ottawa and Tonganoxie has played on the football field. We're going to take a break right here and come back and have our weekly chat with Cyclone head football coach Rob Hedrick. You're listening to the Superstands Cleaning Service Cyclone pregame show on 1220, 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Carpet and furniture we clean isn't much of a game plan either. Stop wishing. Let Superstand be your cleaning man. Superstand's cleaning service at 418-2463. Stan's been making life clean, fresh, and more enjoyable for your friends and neighbors for over 40 years. Kids, pets, unexpected visits from relatives, they all can take a toll on your carpet. Live life clean and fresh. Call Superstand's cleaning service today at 418-2463. Let Stan be your cleaning man. 418-2463.
Want to sit front row and see the Chiefs play at Arrowhead Stadium? KOFO and McCoy's Furniture Loft want to send you. All you have to do is stop by Furniture Loft in Osage City or Emporia and register. You and a friend could be sitting in the front row to watch a Chiefs game. Only one win per person per season. No purchases necessary. Must be 18 to win. The next giveaway is for the Chiefs game on October 28th versus the Denver Broncos. We'll announce the winner on October 22nd during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
You've spent countless hours and more money than you even realize establishing and running your business. When was the last time you evaluated how you're marketing your business? Other than your family and a few friends, how many potential customers or clients even know where you are or what you do? KOFO Marketing can help. Local radio advertising is still one of the most effective and affordable ways to share your message every day. Daily radio advertising builds image, trust, and value. Don't you want that for your business? Email sales@kofo.com or call 242-1220.
The KOFO Sports Guide keeps you in touch with your team, area high schools, or Ottawa University. Find your team's schedule in the KOFO Sports Guide, featuring football, volleyball, wrestling, and basketball, golf, soccer, tennis, baseball, softball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at Kramer Pharmacy, Neosho County Community College, Dials Construction, Midwest Auto Center, and Beanie's Body Shop. You can also view the KOFO Sports Guide online at KOFO.com.
And we're talking now with Coach Rob Hedrick on our Superstands Cleaning Service pregame show here. And Coach, last week Cyclones went over to Lewisburg on a kind of miserable night, really. And to be quite frank, a miserable field. And played the Wildcats tough, but still lost 25-0.
Yeah, again, it was like I said, the field was in terrible shape, but we knew that going in, and with all the rain they'd had, and it, it's the same story. It seems like we say this every week, that the defense did pretty well, and offense just couldn't get anything going. Again, the offense couldn't pull our weight, so we missed some opportunities, and we moved the ball a little bit, but it's same old story. We just can't put the ball in the end zone for some reason.
Yeah, Cyclones got into Wildcat territory several different times during the course of the first half, especially, and just couldn't quite get the plays that they needed at the right time.
Yeah, and we missed some opportunities, but that's the way it is, and we couldn't establish the running game, and we made some nice plays in the passing game. Brandon Carlson made some nice catches, and that was really, with no consistency, no consistent running game, it just really makes it tough to put points on the board, and obviously we're having trouble doing that.
We talked about it last week. The Wildcats don't show you a whole lot of stuff. They basically they're working with their running backs and things like that. But as was the case the other night, a couple of wrinkles. They threw a couple pass plays and got a couple scores off of that.
Yeah, again, and we have trouble. Apparently, we gave up a touchdown on 4th and long again, and then we had them in a couple 3rd and long situations, and they completed some big pass plays against us. So again, the defense does well, and then they give up some big plays, and that's what kind of happened in the run game too. They'd stop them, and then they'd pop a big play off tackle, and that's what that's been really the only weakness of the defense this year. They're giving up some big plays at big moments, but other than that, they played really well.
Yeah, and it's not like Austin Moore's an easy guy to bring down.
Some of the boys, it's when you're playing league schools, it's nice. The boys usually know each other, the kids know each other, and they all said, "My goodness, he's put on a lot of weight since last year, a lot of muscle, and he's gotten a lot bigger, and he's a heck of a load, and he's a great linebacker, and they have some very, very good offensive and defensive linemen too. So they're really strong at several spots on both sides of the ball. So they're a good football team.
I've been noticing the last couple of weeks, our linebackers, our D-backs are making an awful lot of tackles, and I know you've got to try to shore that up, but that's kind of been a problem, I think, throughout the course of the year. Yeah, it is, and now we're getting into the situation where we have D-backs playing linebacker, and we're moving kids from linebacker to D-line due to some people moving around, and it just there's a lot of people having to play right now. But again, if we have some kids that play their tails off absolutely all across the field, but if you're playing against kids that are stronger and faster than you, eventually they're gonna win the battle, and that's kind of what it is, to be honest with you. So we'll take a break here and come back and talk a little bit about Tonganoxie, tonight's opponent. You're listening to the Rob Hedrick Show, part of Cyclone Pregame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Ask any coach. Wishing for a good game is not the best game plan. At home, wishing your carpet and furniture were clean isn't much of a game plan either. Stop wishing. Let Super Stan be your cleaning man. Super Stan's Cleaning Service at 418-2463. Stan's been making life clean, fresh, and more enjoyable for your friends and neighbors for over 40 years. Kids, pets, unexpected visits from relatives, they all can take a toll on your carpet. Live life clean and fresh. Call Super Stan's Cleaning Service today at 418-2463. Let Stan be your cleaning man. 418-2463.
People like me are powerless over alcohol, and if we could outthink it, outrun it, do whatever we needed to do, we could beat it, but we can't by ourselves. Everything I have, everything I've done, I owe to Valley Hope.
An estimated 88,000 people die from alcohol-related causes annually, making it the third leading preventable cause of death in the United States. For more information, visit valleyhope.org. Sponsored by Valley Hope Association and the station.
Back here with the coach, Rob Hedrick. It is senior night. It is Wall of Honor night. So a lot of people are going to be out here at the football game tonight as the Cyclones take on the Tonganoxie Chieftains for, I believe, the first time ever.
I know since in my 12, 13 years here, I know we haven't played them. Yeah, we have Wall of Honor senior night. We have the Junior Cyclones. We're going to recognize the Junior Cyclone football players. We're going to recognize the OMS Whirlwind football players. So there's going to be a whole lot of people here, which is good. It's going to be a beautiful night with a lot of people here.
What kind of a difference can a crowd make in a game like tonight's game?
I think just coming out when the kids see all the fans there, and we'll have the young kids out there pregame with us, kind of being a part of it. It just adds a little bit more excitement in the air. And I know the kids pay attention to how many people are in the stands and the fan base, and they've done the kids, the student section, the fans have done a really nice job supporting us, on the road and home this year. So I know we appreciate it, and the kids certainly do appreciate it too.
Yeah. Last year, Tonganoxie had one of those magical years, kind of like the Cyclones did a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of ran over everybody and had themselves a heck of a year. Started off this season looking like that might have been just a complete turnaround, but they brought it back here the last few ball games.
They really have, and the coaches I'm talking. We went and watched Tongi play last year in the first round of the playoffs against DeSoto, and they had 21 seniors and they had a very nice senior class. And then looking at their roster last year, they had two kids, a running back, and then a tight end linebacker, who were the only kids starting from last year. They're coming back. And when you looked at their roster, looked at their sideline, you're like, they didn't have that many kids on the sideline and everything. And all of a sudden you see him now. You'll notice him tonight, 74. He plays offensive guard and then nose guard on the defensive line. I think he's the best lineman I've seen all year. The kid is, I'm not sure. We've got some things we're going to try, but he's going to be hard to block, and he's our key offensive for our defense. He's the young man we're keying, so they have. And like you said, they lost the first few games of the season. Now they've been rolling, And you watch them; they run a lot of zone scheme with a pretty good offensive line, and that their running back has got really good speed. He's another one of the young men. He's not a big kid, but he hides in there in that line, and he doesn't. You give him a little crease, and he's going to take it to the house. He's got really good speed. So defensively, they have some, like the 74 I talked about, and then a couple other good linemen. And they're going to keep their linemen and linebackers in the box, and they're going to let their D-backs and OLBs take care of the edge stuff. So they're going to play some cover one tonight, and so hopefully we're going to be able to take advantage of that. We think with our skilled kids, we ought to be able to get open in the passing game if they're going to play that. Now they're going to play some zone as well, some cover two. They play 4-3 cover two just like Lewisburg, but they're going to play a lot more man-to-man in certain situations.
What's the health of the Cyclones like coming into Week 8?
Jackson is out. Jackson's going to be done for the season, so we're going to be without him again. And then Jordan Watson, we're going to be without Jordan Watson again this week. And other than that, Brett Ferguson is a little banged up, but he'll be back tonight. Other than that, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. So It could be a lot worse, but like I said, we're going to see some kids playing some positions tonight that they haven't played before, just due to certain situations. So it ought to be interesting. But I fully expect the kids are going to come out and play their tails off and play as hard as they can, like they do every week.
What would you say was a key to picking up a victory here tonight?
We got offensively, we've got to be able to take some pressure off the defense. We've got to keep the ball in our hands, out of their offense's hands, and in the drives with some scores. Honestly, we're not giving the defense a chance. Not offensively, we're terrible. And against Tonga, we got to be better, and we got to put some points on the board.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for talking with us. We'll talk with you next week.
Thanks very much.
That is the Rob Hedrick Show. We'll be back with more here on Cyclone Pregame after this timeout. You're listening to Ottawa High School Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Superstands Cleaning Service Rob Hedrick Pregame Show. Stand by. Kickoff for Cyclone Football is next.
Let's see. That big yellow spot came from an ice cream cone. The brown spot was from a super hot cup of coffee. And that purpley blue-gray shadow over there, well, I just couldn't say.
If you have troublesome carpet spots, spills, and stains, stop and call Superstand, your cleaning man. Call 418-2463 for your free estimate. Eliminate spots, spills, stains, and purpley blue-gray shadows from your carpets. Superstand's Cleaning Service, 418-2463.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Join KOFO tomorrow, 10 till noon, as we broadcast live from the grand opening of the Price Chopper Express and enjoy the Kids Fall Fun Festival, 11 till 4 at Cosentino's in South Ottawa.
You've spent countless hours and more money than you even realize establishing and running your business. When was the last time you evaluated how you're marketing your business? Other than your family and a few friends, how many potential customers or clients even know where you are or what you do? KOFO Marketing can help. Local radio advertising is still one of the most effective and affordable ways to share your message every day. Daily radio advertising builds image, trust, and value. Don't you want that for your business? Email sales@kofo.com or call 242-1220. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone Football on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Ransom Memorial Health, Modern Woodman Agent Dale Pearson, Ottawa University, and by Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Superstands Cleaning Service, Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, Cosentino's Price Chopper. Ottawa Cyclone Football on KOFO is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Arvest Bank, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by Leon's, the Ottawa Herald, Bank Midwest, the City of Ottawa, State Farm Agent Keith King, also by Ottawa Family Physicians, Bones Transportation, Ottawa High School, and Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Now let's return to the field and KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman for Ottawa Cyclone Football.
And ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And our national anthem before this evening's football game. We welcome you back to Steve Grogan Stadium as we get set for the opening kickoff of tonight's action. Taking a quick look at area games, of course, our KOFO game of the week is a big one. It is down at Central Heights tonight. It pits the 2-5 Central Heights Vikings against the 3-4 West Franklin Falcons. It's on KOFO.com. Luke Queen is down there. The winner of that game moves into the playoffs next Friday night. They'll be traveling to Humboldt for the round. The loser will not make the playoffs. They will play a cross-district game, and that will also be next Friday night. Wellsville Eagles are not making the playoffs this season. They're playing for pride tonight at home against 5-2 Hayden. The Eagles are 3-4 on the big game at Santa Fe Trail tonight, where the Chargers take on the Jefferson West Tigers. A win by Santa Fe Trail propels them into third place in that district. The winner will finish in fourth place. Spring Hill is at Baldwin tonight. Broncos are 3-4, while the Bulldogs come into tonight's play at 2-5. Another big game being played tonight at Burlington, where Anderson County, right now in a four-way tie for second place in the A district, take on the Burlington Cats, who are also 2-2 in that district. So the winner will definitely be going on to the playoffs. The loser has to wait to see what happens with other games in that district. Bonner Springs is on the road tonight at Piper. It's Eudora at Fort Scott. Perhaps the biggest game in the entire state of Kansas is being played tonight at Paola, where 7-0 Paola hosts the 7-0 Lewisburg Wildcats. The winner takes the league. The winner also takes the number one seed in the 4A East playoffs that begin next Friday night. Ottawa would travel to the winner of that game for their first-round game. Linden is at Jackson Heights tonight, while Meridazine Valley hosts Center. Another big game at Osage City, where the Indians host McLouth, and the winner of that ball game takes second in the 2A district. And Osawatomie tonight on the road, and they take on the Girard Trojans. Captains are meeting at the 50-yard line prior to tonight's opening kickoff. The Cyclones will play next Friday night. They will be on the road at either Paola or Lewisburg. Depending on who wins that game, they will play the winner of the Paola-Lewisburg matchup this evening. We'll keep you posted on that. Ottawa High has won the toss, and they will elect to defer to the second half. Tonganoxie will get the opening kickoff here to start the game, and they will move left to right as we see it. Speaking of checking on scores, we'll have all the scores for you from around the state of Kansas tonight at 10 o'clock on the Kansas High School Football Scoreboard Show with your host, Nick Gosnell. So be sure to join us for the scoreboard show tonight from 10 till 11 right here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. So again, the Cyclones will kick it off here to start the ball game. Tonganoxie, as we mentioned, 5-2 on the year. They had a great year last year, had to replace a lot of seniors, and had the misfortune of playing Lewisburg and Linwood right out of the blocks. Lost those two ball games, but they won 5 in a row since, including a 20-0 shutout last week at home against Baldwin High. Ottawa on a very muddy field last week, lost 25 at the hands of Lewisburg. This is the first meeting between Ottawa and Tonganoxie ever. We've checked through the archives, could find no indication of the two teams ever playing in high school football. course, the Chieftains now members of the Frontier League, and so we will see them quite often going forward. Twin safeties back deep for Tonganoxie. Elijah Tyner and Drake Prey. Chad Bones will tee it up, and Bones Transportation is bringing you the Cyclone Kickoff. Bones Transportation is a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Cyclone Athletics. Paul Bones and all of the employees at Bones Transportation wish all of the Cyclone sports teams the best of luck this season. Line drive kick fielded by Prey at the 15-yard line, looking for an opening, and we'll get it out to about the 35. And Tonganoxie will start, it looks like, at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback is Hayden Robbins. He'll work from the shotgun formation. Back behind him, we don't see that number yet. We'll get that for you in a second. Man in motion comes right. Handoff up the middle, and smothered for no gain is the tailback. And that is Corbin Riedel. Adrian Aho made the tackle for the Cyclones. 2nd down 10. Twin receivers right, one man left. Wingman right also. This time it is once again Riddell, and he is tripped up by Elias White as he gets out to about the 37-yard line for a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9 upcoming for Tonganoxie. Hand signals from the sideline for the play call for the Chieftains, who will send twin receivers left along with a wingman and one man set this side. Robbins, 3-step drop, now steps up, and he'll be hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Aho, Mason, Reynolds were in there. And it'll be a punting situation for Tonganoxie. Robbins is also the punter. Single safety back deep for Ottawa. That's Brandon Carlson. Kick near side. And Carlson will let it roll. It'll roll inside the 25 and be down at about the 23-yard line. So a 40-yard kick, no return, and Ottawa starts from its own 23, 1st and 10. $9:59 to play in the first quarter. Elias White will start tonight at quarterback. He'll have Xavion Bethe behind him. Wing T formation. Hand off to Bethe, dropped on the ground. And recovered by Bethe back at the 20. Well, almost a disaster on the first offensive play. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Twin receivers right side. Wyatt, look to throw. Throws a deep ball downfield for Bones. It's overthrown. Had good coverage on him. That was Tyner. And the pass incomplete brings up 3rd down. Ottawa again will send twins right, single man left. Bethay behind White in the backfield. And to throw, White looks, hit as he throws. Ball popped out. Is it a fumble or a pass? And Tonganoxie's recovered the ball. There was no signal for a pass, and it looks like it was a fumble. And the Chieftains have recovered it, appears. And they'll have the ball at the 25-yard line. So White hit before he could get the ball out. And Tonganoxie set up with excellent field position. Robbins with the running back to his left. Drops to throw. Steps up, slips a bit. Throws ball down the sideline. Passes up for grabs. And it is going to be incomplete. It was knocked out at the last minute. Carlson on the defense right there. And a good play by Brandon to knock that ball away as they went into the end zone on first down. Handoff inside, and a nice running lane this time for Riedel. And Riedel gets close to first down yardage at the 16-yard line. Third down 1, 8:50 to play, first period. This time 2 backs in the backfield. Riedel again with the handoff off the right side, turns the corner. He's to the 10 and down to around the 8 before he's brought down. That'll be enough for the 1st and 10. Riedel followed his blockers well. And it'll be a 1st and goal at the 7.5. Same formation. Mitch Geiger's in the backfield. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout called for by Tonganoxie. 8:13 to play first period. Nothing, but the Chieftains driving. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Ottawa High School staff and faculty, along with the administration of USD 290, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck, and go Cyclones.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I recently joined my father in business, and I am looking forward to working with families in Miami and Franklin County. Lewisburg will be my home base, and I am eager to make friends and meet the neighbors.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
First down goal for the Chieftains as they use their first time out of the half. Early score from Girard, the Trojans of Girard on top of the Trojans of Osawatomie, 8-0. Single receiver, split near side. Robbins, hands off to Riedel. Riedel is going to be tripped up after a short gain, maybe no gain at all, off the left side. Second and goal at the 7. This drive started at the 25 after a Cyclone fumble. Robbins rolls right, looks to throw, has a man open, but he underthrew one, overthrew another. They were both out in the same area. Not sure who the pass was intended for. If he hit the man underneath, it would have been a sure touchdown. Both Prey and Tyner were out in that area. Third and goal now. Direct snap this time to Riedel, and Riedel will get into the end zone right up the middle. Touchdown, Tonganoxie. So the Chieftains strike first after the turnover. And to try the extra point is Ethan Jacks. And the kick is low, but it got through. Timeout on the field with 7:27 to play in the first period. Score, Tonganoxie 7 and Ottawa nothing. We'll have a 30-second break here and be back with the kickoff. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
We came to Arvest Bank to learn about free blue checking. What do you like best about your account with no monthly fee?
Just, it's convenient, it's free. When they told me it's free, I was like, what?
I've used several other banks in the past, and so it was very nice to switch to one that had an actually free checking account.
It's just one less thing you have to worry about taking out of your budget.
Do you know the monthly fee for your checking account?
Oh, yes.
0. Congratulations. Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Short field for the Chieftains. They drive at 25 yards. The final 7 right up the middle by Corbin Riedel. Ethan Jacks with the extra point. 7-0. Tonganoxie. Lewisburg has jumped out on top of Paola 6-0. That game just about midway through the first period over in Paola. Back deep for Ottawa High will be Xavi Bethe and Brandon Carlson awaiting the kick of Ethan Jacks. Little short kick fielded by an up back at the 30, and a big running room across the 50, down the sidelines 40, and finally run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And that was Dadrian Aho on that return. And the Cyclones, excellent field position. They'll spot him at the 40. 1st and 10. West Franklin's on top of Central Heights 7-0 early in that one. That's our KOFO game of the week at KOFO.com. Eudora has taken a 6-0 lead on Fort Scott. On first down, handoff Bethe, looking for running room and had nothing. Off the left side and was bottled up quickly. Burlington has scored on Anderson County. They lead the Bulldogs 8-0. Second down 10 for Ottawa at the Tonganoxie 40-yard line. Clock inside 7 minutes to play first period. And the Chieftains up 7-0. Across the middle, pass is caught. And that is Carlson with a nice catch in traffic. Or was it Aho? Is Dadrian Aho once again making a big play on the little look-in pass. And brought down finally at the 23-yard line. So White hit that receiver quickly. And Ottawa 1st and 10 at the 23. Pitch goes to Bethe. Bethe might have gotten a yard, possibly a couple. They'll give him 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Another score for Girard, 15-0 over Osawatomie. 2nd down, 8 at the 21. White, straight drop, looks, throws out in the flat, pass is overthrown. It was intended out there for Aho. And it'll be 3rd down 8. Play comes in this time with Nicholas Reimer. Also checking the lineup, Brandon Carlson. Third down 8. Cyclones in 4-down territory here. 4-man front for the Chieftains. Option right, they'll throw back left. They've got a man open. Now he's trying to get to the outside, and that was a mistake. He should have just gone straight up the middle. It was Carlson who picked up a couple, but had he gone straight up the middle, I think he might have done better. And it'll be 4th down for the Cyclones. Referees are talking to the coaches about something, whether or not that was an ineligible man downfield against Ottawa. So a 5-yard penalty, and it'll remain 3rd down, but now 3rd and 13. White drops, looks, throws out to double coverage. The pass is up in the air, and it'll be incomplete. Carlson went up with the 2 defenders. Ball came down after being tipped. Looked for a second like Brandon might have come up with it, but instead incomplete, so now 4th and 13. Bones and Aho wide to the right. Carlson wide left. Rolling is White. Throws into double coverage again, looking for Carlson. Pass incomplete, but flags down in the end zone. White again threw into double coverage, but that time it looked like maybe Carlson was face guarded as much as anything. Let's check the official's call. It is pass interference against Tonganoxie, and it will give the Cyclones an automatic 1st down. At the 13. 5:25 to go, 1st quarter. Chieftains up 7-0, but Ottawa knocking at the door. In motion, Aho. And a keeper by White this time. He'll look to break a tackle, but he'll be dropped in the backfield for a big loss back outside the 20. Ottawa line could not keep out Tonganoxie that time. And has a big loss on 1st down. Second down. Back at the 17. 2nd down and 14. Let's call it 15, I think. White across the middle, pass knocked away. Who was it that got in there? Like Dustin Rhodes. So 3rd down. Ottawa trying to move that pocket a little bit this week, seeing if maybe they can free up White. 3rd down, 15. Here comes a blitz, late blitz. Throw into double coverage, picked off. Intercepted. See if we get the man who picked it off. It was Jesse Collier on the pick, and that's the 2nd Ottawa turnover. And that one hurts just as much as the one that created 7 points for Tonganoxie, because the Cyclones looked like they were going to pick up some points of their own. First and 10 at the Chieftain 10-yard line. Riedel on the carry, off the right side, tripped up. Nice play, fending off a block that time by Cameron Reynolds. Another score for West Franklin. They lead Central Heights 14-0 down at Heights tonight. Again, that's our KOFO game of the week at KOFO.com. Second down 10. Second back in the backfield now for Tonganoxie. Riedel the carry once again, finds a bit of an opening, but then slips and falls at the 12-yard line for a 2-yard pickup. And it'll be 3rd and 8. Let's call it 3rd and 7 at 13. Nothing Tonganoxie. Robbins will throw. Now rolls left. And is going to be dropped for a sack. Fumble the football. And Robbins managed to get it back. Lost back to the 10, where it'll be 4th and 10, and a punting situation. Robbins. High kick near side. Fielded by Carlson. Carlson trying to break tackles, but he's hit and stopped at the 35. But again, excellent field position to start a drive for Ottawa with 2:31 to go here in the first quarter. Osage City has taken the lead on McLeod, 6-0. Game in the first period. Here it's 7-0 Tonganoxie. Twins right, single man left. White lost the football, falls on it back at the 40. Not sure what that was going to be. Don't know if there was a mistake on the exchange between the quarterback and the running back, or if White was keeping that all the way, but it's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. At the end of 1 at Burlington, Burlington leads Anderson County 8-0. Owns the lone wide out this time. He split far right. In motion, Aho, and a jet sweep. Aho breaking tackles, got back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10. I don't know if this score is right or not, but we have a report that at the end of 1, Eudora leads Fort Scott 6-5. Third down 10. Ottawa needs to reach the 25. And an Ottawa player jumped. And these are the things that we have seen throughout the year. This time they're going to call it offside against Tonganoxie, though. So evidently the Ottawa player moving was due to the Tongi player jumping across the neutral zone. So a little bit more manageable 3rd and 5 as Jose Richards comes into the lineup. Bethay behind White. In motion, Aho. Handoff, Bethay up the middle, fights for yardage, got close to the first down, but is shy by about a half a yard. And there's a flag on the play also. Sideline infraction called against Tonganoxie. No penalty there, of course. It'll be 4th down and less than a yard. Let's see what Ottawa has up their sleeve here, 4th and 1. They will have to run one more play before the end of the quarter. White will work out of the pistol. Brings Aho in motion right. Bethay right up the middle, finds a hole. He's across the 20 and down to about the 16. So hitter with Bethay, and Xavi picks up the first down. They'll move this chains and start the clock, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of one quarter of play here at Steve Grogan Stadium, the score is Tonganoxie 7, Ottawa nothing. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220, 103.7 FM, and KOFO.com.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
Bones Transportation has been a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Ottawa Cyclone Athletics. They wish the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Bones Transportation in South Ottawa.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Want to win a shopping spree? You're in luck because the Ottawa Herald has partnered with Ottawa Main Street, and we're giving away $50 in Main Street bucks every month to one lucky winner. Go to ottawaherald.com/contest and enter today.
7-0 Tonganoxie. We get set for the second period here. Ottawa will have it 1st and 10 at the Chieftain 16-yard line. White on the delay to Bethay, and nothing there for Xavi. In fact, he lost a yard or two. Second down, they'll say no gain on that play, 2nd and 10. West Franklin now leading Central Heights 21-0. Game still in the first period. White to Bethay, looking for a lane, and didn't get much, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down 9. 11:07 to play before halftime. We will be bringing you the Wall of Honor introductions. They had the inductions last night. They'll introduce them to the crowd here tonight. There's a pass to the tight end. Aho makes the catch. Gains about 4 to the 12. It'll be 4th down. Lewisburg leads Paola 6-0 at the end of 1 at Paola tonight. And the Cyclones are going to try a field goal. Bones out of the hole of Carlson. It'll be a 30-yard attempt. It'll be a lazy snap. And the kick is blocked. Picked up by Carlson, but he can't get anywhere. And it'll be Tonganoxie's ball at their own 21. That snap did not get back there crisply, and Chieftains got in there to get the block, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And again, denying the Cyclones once they entered the red zone. High school football scoreboard show tonight, 10 o'clock here on KOFO. Tonganoxie will work from the Wildcat formation. Riedel direct snap, gets nothing. In fact, may have lost a yard back to the 20, trying the right side. And now late flags. Flag thrown well after the play. Three officials over there on the Tonganoxie sideline. Official comes across. Let's see what the penalty is about. Sideline against Tonganoxie, and this time they will mark off yardage. Five-yard penalty, and the penalty occurred after the play, so it'll be 2nd and 15 now. In Wildcat formation. Riedel this time will hand off to the other back, like Cooper Cunningham, I believe. Cunningham gets it across the 15 out to the 19-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and a long 10. McLeod has tied up the game against Osage City 6-6. In the winner, takes 2nd place in that 2A district. And will host a game next week. So now Robbins back in at quarterback. He'll look to throw. Now rolls right, looks, throws, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Man was open at about the 30, but pass looked to be behind him. And another punting situation for the Chieftains. Piper has taken the lead on Bonner Springs. That could be a big game as far as seeding in Class 4A. A lot of teams hovering around that 3-4, 4-4, or 3-4 and 3, 3 and 4 mark. And now a flag thrown by the back judge. Ordinarily, that's a counting. That's a too many men on the field thrown there. And so the Cyclones flagged for too many men on the field and makes it now a 4th down and let's call it 6. Still not a situation where Tonganoxie wants to chance it here, you wouldn't think. Robbins gets the snap, gets the kick away near side, or far side rather, and it's going to go out of bounds in Chieftain territory at the 46. So once again, Ottawa starts with excellent field position. They've been in the red zone on both of their each of their last 2 drives, but have come up empty. Pass interception on the first one, and then a blocked field goal just a few moments ago. Burlington has added to its lead over Anderson County, 14-0 Wildcats in the second. Caleb Kessinger now in at quarterback, and the handoff goes to, was that Bethay or White? Nonetheless, he was hit in the backfield and dropped for a yard loss. It was Elias White now playing tailback. 2nd down and 11. Single receiver split this side. That's Carlson. motion Aho. Again, jet sweep. Aho breaks a tackle, running hard, gets to the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Aho shed a tackler in the backfield and took it for 8. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Eudora has scored again on Fort Scott, and the Cardinals lead the Tigers 14-0. That 5 score for Fort Scott we saw was not correct. 14-0 Eudora. And now there's a flag thrown. Pass is intercepted by Riedel, and it'll be returned out to the 47-yard line. Ottawa is going to be guilty of a motion penalty. They did not stop the play, and Kessinger threw it right into the arms of Riedel. Penalty is declined. 3rd Ottawa turnover. Seeing a microcosm of the Cyclone season here in this first half of play. Just shy of the 48 of the Chieftains, 1st and 10. Robbins has 2 backs in the backfield with him. He'll hand off to Riedel, left side. Riedel hits after a yard gain to the 48.5. Like Carlson on the stop. Clock ticking, 7:03 to go first half. Tonganoxie leads 7-0. They scored on a Riedel 7-yard run. 7:27 to go in the first period. Robbins rolls right, looking, throws, and the pass was behind his intended receiver out in the flat and went incomplete. It was intended for Drake Prey. Robbins threw the ball behind him and threw it too hard. 3rd down 9. Twins right, single receiver left. Straight drop by Robbins. They set up the screen. Wide open is Riedel. Riedel tackled on a nice play out in the flat. Stopped short of the 1st down yardage. And that was Brandon Carlson with another nice hit. 4th down 3, and it looks like this time the Chieftains will go for it. On the Wildcat, Riedel has the 1st down. He's inside the 35 before he's finally brought down. No huddle this time. Again for the Wildcat. And a flag down. Ottawa didn't get their men off the field. Substitution error against Ottawa. 5-yard penalty. Penalties and turnovers, they'll kill you. They've done it all season long to this team. Lewisburg now leads Paola 12-0. Riedel rolling right. He looks to throw. He'll have it picked off. Intercepted down the sideline and out across the 45-yard line. And it was Chad Bones with the pick. So Tonganoxie turns it over, and the Cyclones have it at the Ottawa 48 with 5:36 to play in the half. So Ottawa will come up. It's like White is back in as the quarterback in this on this drive. Bethay is behind him. Pitch to Bethay. Gets it across midfield. Picks up about 4 to the 48. Ottawa substitutes on the offensive line. Brett Ferguson comes in. Carlson comes in with the play call. Second down, 6. Clock nears the 5-minute mark, first half. In motion, Aho. Now stops as a tight end left side. And timeout called for by Rob Hedrick. This timeout comes with 4:51 to play in the half. Tonganoxie leads Ottawa 7-0. Let's pause for 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
The number one overall health problem that we have and that we're dealing with right now would be being overweight or being obese. How do we talk about this? I think our role is to encourage our patients to become more active, encourage them to park a little further away out in the parking lot, to try and take 1,000 extra steps a day, to try and watch what they eat.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
4:51 to go before halftime. Tomorrow we have Ottawa University football. It's an early start, 12 o'clock start up at Avila. Both teams ranked in the top 25 this week. The Eagles number 25, the Braves remain number 22. Should be a good one. Bob Johnson will have the play-by-play. We get underway with the pregame show at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on KOFO. Another score for West Franklin. They lead Central Heights 27-0. Second down, 6 for Ottawa. Formation strong right. Reverse to Aho. Caught in the backfield. They grabbed him by the jersey and they dropped him for a loss, and then there's a late flag thrown. Holding Ottawa. So now Chieftains have a choice. It can either be 3rd and 8. They'll take the penalty and make it 2nd down and 18. Another touchdown for Burlington. The Wildcats up on Anderson County, 22-0 tonight. Draw play to Bethay, breaks a tackle, crosses the 45 before he's tripped up by Mitch Geiger. And looks like we had another flag possibly. And another hold on Ottawa. This flag thrown at the 43, so a 10-yard mark off. We'll make it now 2nd down and 25. Clock starts under 4.5 to play in the first half. Twins each side. And another flag. Offside, Ottawa. Wow. Second down and 30. White looks to throw. Across the middle, pass off the hands of the intended receiver. Carlson couldn't hang on at about the 35, and it'll be third and long. Santa Fe Trail is leading Jefferson West 13-0 in the second period. Third down long for the Cyclones on the draw play, and Bethe fell down, and White just had to keep it and eat it back inside the 25-yard line. Well, the Cyclones will have to punt it for the first time tonight. Twin safeties back deep for Tonganoxie. Reynolds gets the kickoff, a floater, and a fair catch called for by Riedel at the 46. So that is a kick of about 29 yards, and good field position for Tonganoxie. 3:23 to go in the half. Chieftains still have 2 of their timeouts remaining. Another Piper touchdown. They lead Bonner Springs 14-0. On the delay, it's Riedel finding the hole, breaking into the secondary, being chased, and he's finally brought down at the 30. Nice job there by Riedel to kind of wait for that hole to really open up wide. And he picked up 20 yards on the play. Another delay. And this one gets down to about the 25. That is Drake Prey on the carry as the clock ticks under 3 minutes. Pick up a 4 on the play, second down 6. Tonganoxie quick to the line. Robbins out of the shotgun. Again, Prey on a delay. And Prey has good yardage and a first down inside the 20. Well, now the Cyclone defense needs to step up. Another score for Lewisburg. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Wildcats lead the Panthers 19-0, 3:30 to play in the first half. Play call once again. Again, it's Prey, and Prey is going to get all the way down to the 5 before a touchdown-saving tackle is made by Bethe. First and goal at the 5. Prey off the right side, fights forward. Looking for the end zone. He didn't quite make it. He stopped at the 1. Chieftains up to the line with 1:45 on the clock. Second and goal at the 1-yard line. And whistles. And a false start will move it back to the 6. So now second and goal there. And now we're going to have a timeout called. Charge to the Chieftains. 1 minute, 35 seconds to go before the end of the half. Tonganoxie leads Ottawa 7-0. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
Sutton's Jewelry of Ottawa brings their finest right into your home with the help of their Facebook page. Check in regularly for newly arriving pieces, just in time for the holidays. And for Vera Bradley Designs, your only local retail location is Sutton's Jewelry. From wedding sets to charm bracelets, jewelry repaired to customized jewelry pieces, Sutton's Jewelry specialists are available to help you. So like them on Facebook to keep up to date on Sutton's newest, and stop in 213 South Main, Ottawa for up-close and personal service.
Tonganoxie uses its second timeout, faced with a second down goal at the 6. Ottawa's turned it over 3 times. On that last penalty they had, or last drive rather of theirs, they had 4 penalties. Unfortunately for the Cyclones, it's just more of the same here tonight. Delay to Prey. Prey following his blockers. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tonganoxie. So Jacks will try the extra point. Good snap. Kick was blocked. Brandon Carlson got a hand on it. Kick is no good. Timeout on the field. 1:31 to play first half. Tonganoxie 13, Ottawa nothing. Kickoff coming your way in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
When it comes to your home, quality matters. And when quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call to have your air conditioning system serviced today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
54-yard drive by the Chieftains that time. Scoring on a 6-yard run by Drake Prey. A couple of score updates. Girard has widened its lead on Osawatomie 22-0. And Pale has gotten on the board against Lewisburg. They trail 19-7 with about 2 minutes to go in the first half. Prey will kick it off. Kick to the up man. That's Bones fielding at the 25. Bones looking to get to the outside, and a nice tackle made out there by Cooper Cunningham, and he's brought down at the 31.5. Score from Baldwin. Spring Hill on top of the Bulldogs, 7-0. Second quarter score. Ottawa, 2 timeouts remaining, but Cyclones have shot themselves in the foot all night long on offense. Carlson Duarte will split far side as receivers. Bueno near side. White stumbled, went to the ground. Actually didn't stumble. He slipped as he went to make a cut, and it'll be a loss on the play. Back to the 29. 2nd and 13. Field looks to be in better shape than it is as far as being slick out there tonight. Several players on both sides have lost their footing. White looks, throws deep downfield, and the pass will be caught. And that'll be Chad Bones making the catch. He went up amongst two defenders and brought it in. And he's brought down at the 39-yard line of Tonganoxie. 43 seconds still on the clock. Ottawa comes to the line of scrimmage quickly. Man in motion right. Little pass out there actually was a lateral out there out in the flat. And a very short gain for Carlson. And a penalty flag thrown after the play to be called against Ottawa. That's probably going to be unsportsmanlike. Looked like Ottawa had asked for timeout. The officials talking things over. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Tonganoxie and against Ottawa. So the penalties will offset. Now the question is, did Ottawa use a timeout there? And I think they must have. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the Chieftain 38. Don't forget at halftime we'll have the Wall of Honor introductions. We'll also have a report from the KOFO newsroom for you. It looks like Ottawa did use a timeout there. That's their second. White has Bethay behind him. In motion comes Carlson once again. This time they'll throw out in the flat to Bethay, and Bethay has some green in front of him, and he's going to run out of bounds to stop the clock. But he didn't get to the first down sticks. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. Chavi could have gone out a couple yards further downfield. Still stopped the clock, but picked up the first down. Instead, 3rd down and about a yard, actually. 19 seconds to go in the first half. Cyclones trail 13-0. Osage City has retaken the lead on McLeod, 12-6. White to throw. Across the middle, pass is tipped, caught by a Cyclone. Inside the 15-yard line. Catch made out there, I believe, by Aho. 11 seconds to go in the half. Official over to the sidelines here. They went 14 on the game clock. Ottawa trying to get into the end zone here before half. Clock running, and they'll spike the football. So that'll run it down to 11.5, bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 15. Dora leads Fort Scott at the half, 14-0. White looks, throws across the middle, pass is knocked away, and a flag is thrown. and that might be against Tonganoxie in the defensive secondary. Looked like the up back had knocked the ball away, so it could be that there's no penalty at all. Pass interference, though, is the call. Stops the clock with 7.5 seconds to play in the half. Bonner Springs has scored. They still trail Piper 14-8. Whistle. And a timeout will be called for by Tonganoxie. 7.5 seconds to play in the first half. Tonganoxie 13, Ottawa nothing. We'll have a 30-second break here. This is Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Ottawa High School staff and faculty, along with the administration of USD 290, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck, and go Cyclones.
The City of Ottawa is planning storm sewer improvements to East 15th Street and invites you to an open house to learn more about the project's timeline and schedule. The open house takes place on Thursday, October 25th from 5 to 7 at City Hall. For more information, visit City of Ottawa, Kansas Municipal Government on Facebook or online at ottawaks.gov.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279 CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Ottawa has 2nd and 3 at the Chieftain 7-yard line. White to throw. Now we'll run it. Looking for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Ottawa. White didn't hesitate. When he didn't see anybody open, he took it right at the middle and got it into the end zone. Cyclones on the board. Chad Bones will try to tack on the extra point. Carlson will hold. And the kick is up. And it is no good. Timeout on the field with 1.8 seconds to play in the first half. And it's Tonganoxie 13, Ottawa 6. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
People in the United States will suffer at least 1 or 2 episodes of debilitating back pain in their life. You know, we see an epidemic in prescription medication abuse and overdose. Chiropractic is a natural, hands-on, patient-centered health care treatment for low back pain, for neck pain, for mid-back pain. We're an alternative to having to take medications. We're an alternative to having to have surgery.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100.
Ottawa goes 70 yards very quickly in a minute and 30 seconds. And they trail now by 7 as Bones will kick it off. Remember, Ottawa gets the football to start the third period. Ground ball kick. Rolls through, rolls pick up by Prey. Prey breaks tackles, gets it out across the 40-yard line, but the clock will run out. And that is the end of the first half. The score, Tonganoxie 13, Ottawa 6. Let's pause for 2 minutes. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Have you seen the Coliseum in Rome? Kind of crumbly looking, isn't it? That's because it wasn't built by C.S. Cunningham Concrete. In fact, if C.S. Cunningham had been around back then, the Leaning Tower of Pisa would simply be known as the Tower of Pisa. No lean. That's because C.S. Cunningham Concrete does it right, with fully trained and licensed workers. If they'd built the London Bridge, there'd be no song about it falling down. Commercial, residential, concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
Street construction has finally hit Leon's in downtown Ottawa. We will have blowout specials every day. Last Monday, it was buy any super burrito and get one for $1. These specials will change daily and sometimes twice per day. Keep up with us on Leon's Facebook page or call 242-8227.
Whether it's on the field as a player or tackling your yard as a weekend warrior, injuries happen. The Orthopedic Associates of Ottawa at Ransom Memorial Health can reduce your pain, increase your function, and get you back in the game. Find out about their remarkable care by visiting ransom.org.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. All of our locations sell monuments. We have talented people who are experts in bringing your ideas to life to help you create the monument you envision. The possibilities are unlimited.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323. Ottawa Family Physicians remind you that the Ottawa Care Clinic at Cosentino's Price Chopper is staffed by registered nurse practitioners treating minor illnesses as well as providing school and camp physicals. No appointment necessary. The Ottawa Care Clinic inside Cosentino's. Call 785-214-4903.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
And back here, we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Derek Chappell for our Wall of Honor introductions. Appears that we are having some technical difficulties here, so we won't be able to bring that to you. It does not appear this evening. We apologize for that. We will talk to you a little bit about this football game then to start things off. Ottawa kicked off to start the ball game. Tonganoxie had to punt. Cyclones got the ball down, or actually fumbled the football in their own territory. Tonganoxie got it at the 25-yard line and took it in. Corbin Riedel with a 7-yard touchdown run to cap off the drive. And after the extra point attempt by Ethan Jacks, the Chieftains led 7-0. Stayed that way until the latter stages of the first half when Ottawa committed 4 penalties on a drive, pushed them back from in Tonganoxie territory all the way back to the 25-yard line. After the punt, the Chieftains drove it 54 yards, and it was Drake Prey who did most of the damage on that drive, scoring from 6 yards out. Extra point attempt was no good, and Tonganoxie led 13-0 at that juncture, but Ottawa got the kickoff and went 70 yards for the score, and the final 7 on Elias White's scramble up the middle with just 1.8 seconds to go in the half. And the Cyclones' extra point attempt was also no good. And that's where we stand here at intermission. The score is Tonganoxie 13 and Ottawa 6, and the Cyclones will get the second half kickoff with a chance to score and possibly tie or maybe even take the lead. Don't forget the high school football scoreboard show with your host, Nick Gosnell, tonight at 10 o'clock here on KOFO. And, of course, a little bit longer first half there, a number of passing plays, a lot of penalties, and that will slow down a game considerably. We'll have the scoreboard show for you, though, nonetheless, at 10 o'clock tonight, and that's right here on KOFO. Again, the score here at half is Tonganoxie 13 and Ottawa 6. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with a report from the KOFO newsroom and the Weather Center forecast. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone football on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting Ottawa High School. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
You've spent countless hours and more money than you even realize establishing and running your business. When was the last time you evaluated how you're marketing your business? Other than your family and a few friends, how many potential customers or clients even know where you are or what you do? KOFO Marketing can help. Local radio advertising is still one of the most effective and affordable ways to share your message every day. Daily radio advertising builds image, trust, and value. Don't you want that for your business? Email sales@kofo.com or call 242-1220.
Have you seen the Coliseum in Rome? Kind of crumbly looking, isn't it? That's because it wasn't built by C.S. Cunningham Concrete. In fact, if C.S. Cunningham had been around back then, the Leaning Tower of Pisa would simply be known as the Tower of Pisa. No lean. That's because C.S. Cunningham Concrete does it right, with fully trained and licensed workers. If they'd built the London Bridge, there'd be no song about it falling down. Commercial, residential, concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Pizza time is halftime. I'm Sam White in the KOFO newsroom with your top stories. The Rolling Tones made an appearance at the Ottawa High School chorale concert earlier this week. No, not Mick Jagger's Rolling Stones. The new core group in the Ottawa School District, the Rolling Tones. Ottawa High School Principal Kelly Whitaker explains.
It's an after-school program for elementary-aged boys, and they come to the high school once a week, and they get to practice with our middle school and high school choral directors. They prepare 2 songs. They were able to participate on stage with the high school choirs. Mainly the varsity men are the ones who work with these young boys. Unfortunately, there's typically 2 times as many girls in choir programs across the country rather than boys. And so it's an attempt to inspire the young boys of Ottawa to find a passion and a love for music and continue that passion through middle school and high school.
The group made their first public appearance at the choral concert and got rave reviews from those in attendance. With the completion for the new Programming Arts Center next year at the high school, it is hoped that the number of boys in musical arts will increase. When the generators at the Ottawa power plant are turned on, they're making electricity for Ottawa customers, right? Well, actually, it's better than that. Ottawa Utilities Director Dennis Starp says sometimes Ottawa's power is needed by other cities.
The way the market is right now, when we generate not necessarily for ourselves. Okay. We generate for the market. Okay. We are called on by Southwest Power Pool to generate. Our generators really run probably right now more than they have in the last 10 years. The last 2 or 3 years since we went to the Southwest Power Pool, that 1% is more an emergency type of thing. When there's nothing out there providing that power for us, that's how reliable we are.
During a presentation by an official from the Kansas Municipal Energy Agency, commissioners were informed that the city is getting 36% of its total energy from renewable sources. Your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast. Tonight, clear, the low of 41. Tomorrow, to kick off your weekend, sunny, the high of 63. Tomorrow night, clear with a low of 32. Sunday, sunny, the high of 59. 10 to your weekend, Sunday night, mostly clear, the low of 43. Your extended forecast going into that work week on Monday, sunny, the high of 64. Monday night, partly clear with a low of 44. I'm Sam White, KOFO News.
Bones Transportation has been a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Ottawa Cyclone Athletics. They wish the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Bones Transportation in South Ottawa.
The City of Ottawa is planning storm sewer improvements to East 15th Street and invites you to an open house to learn more about the project's timeline and schedule. The open house takes place on Thursday, October 25th from 5 to 7 at City Hall. For more information, visit City of Ottawa, Kansas Municipal Government on Facebook or online at ottawaks.gov.
Chad Bruner, Director of the Ottawa Recreation Commission.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission would like to thank all of our volunteers for their helping with the ORC. These individuals play an important role in everything we do here. From all the ORC staff and board members, thank you.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Many people are finding themselves spending more and more time sitting behind a computer or standing for long hours during the day. Each time we lean forward 60 degrees, the stress placed on our neck is increased dramatically. Bad posture can lead to numbness, pain, tense nerves, and even affect your breathing. Stress on your neck can also lead to tense upper back and shoulder muscles, resulting in frequent headaches due to this poor posture. This is Dr. Sherry Jung at Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Give us a call today for a no-charge consultation at 785-242-4100.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Back here at Steve Grogan Stadium, of course, a longer halftime here tonight with the Wall of Honor introductions. We've been entertained by the Cyclonette dance team, and now Cyclone Marching Band out on the field to entertain this good crowd here this evening. Across the way, a lot of people from Tonganoxie made the trip as well. First round of the 4A playoffs next week as the new format kicks into play. First 8 games are your regular season games, and then 4A, everybody is seeded, and then the top seed plays 16, 2 against 15, and so on and so forth. And so Ottawa will be on the road next Friday night. They will take on the winner of the Lewisburg-Paola game being played tonight at Paola. And that'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff on the road for the Cyclones, 6:40 for the Superstand's cleaning service and Rob Hendrick Show pregame here on KOFO. To give you scores from other games at halftime, West Franklin leads Central Heights 41-0 in our KOFO game of the week. The Falcons look like they will make the Class 2A playoffs. They'll be the 4th seed, and they will travel to Humboldt next week. At least that is what we see based on the districts, the cross-districting that will go on. The champion from one district will play the 4th-place team in the next district, and that is where West Franklin will end up if that score holds, and they will be on the road at Humboldt for next Friday night's game. Central Heights, with if they lose here this evening, they would be the 5th-place team in the district, and they would play the 5th-place team from that same district. And last count, it looked like that might be the area Red Devils, and the game would likely be at Central Heights, but those pairings will all be announced by the High School Activities Association tomorrow. Hayden is leading Wellsville at the half, 22-0. The Eagles will not make the Class 3A playoffs this year. They will, I believe, go on the road next week, and their likely opponent is Valley Falls. Big game at Santa Fe Trail, where the Chargers lead Jefferson West at halftime, 19-7. Or I guess that game was right before half. A win by the Chargers would put them in 3rd place in that district, and they would travel to Marysville for next week's Week 9 game. At halftime, it's early third quarter, I should say. Spring Hill leading Baldwin 7-0. Burlington on top of Anderson County 22-0. Anderson County can still make the playoffs. If they lose, they would have to depend on Prairie View beating Iola. The Buffaloes were leading the Mustangs at half by 7, 21-14, but a loss by Anderson County would then having them depend on somebody else for their playoff life. It's Piper 21, Bonner Springs 8. Eudora at the half, leading Fort Scott. The Cardinals on the road, leading the Tigers, who came in tonight 5-2. And a surprise, I would say, at least a little bit more the score than the fact that who is winning. Lewisburg is leading Paola at half, 19-7. We expected a close ball game, tight to the vest. Lewisburg's kind of come out, it sounds like, and really kind of thrown pail everything at them except for the kitchen sink, but they lead at halftime 19-7. No score on Linden at Jackson Heights or Center at Miradazine Valley. Osage City at last check was leading McLouth 12-6, and Girard was shutting out Osawatomie at halftime 22-0. Again, the score here at half is Tonganoxie 13, Ottawa 6. Let's pause for 2 minutes. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
The number one overall health problem that we have and that we're dealing with right now would be being overweight or being obese. How do we talk about this? I think our role is to encourage our patients to become more active, encourage them to park a little further away out in the parking lot, to try and take 1,000 extra steps a day, to try and watch what they eat.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Ask any coach. Wishing for a good game is not the best game plan. At home, wishing your carpet and furniture were clean isn't much of a game plan either. Stop wishing. Let Super Stan be your cleaning man. Super Stan's Cleaning Service at 418-2463. Stan's been making life clean, fresh, and more enjoyable for your friends and neighbors for over 40 years. Kids, pets, unexpected visits from relatives, they all can take a toll on your carpet. Live life clean and fresh. Call Super Stan's Cleaning Service today at 418-2463. Let Stan be your cleaning man. 418-2463.
No matter the brand, Adamson Brothers can prepare your AC for the hot summer months ahead. Call them today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
What does it mean that CarStar Ottawa has attained iCar Gold Class certification? It means we're qualified for repairs with the latest technology, which means you're safe when you get back on the road. Safety matters at CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
13-7 Tonganoxie here at the half. Let's take a look at the Cyclone sports calendar. Cross-country regionals are tomorrow here at Ottawa, and that'll be out on the Eisenhower Road course south of town. So get on out there and support the cross-country team in their regional meet. Volleyball's sub-state is tomorrow. It's at Independence. Ottawa will play Tonganoxie in the opening match, and if they win that one, they would advance to the championship against the host team, Independence, most likely. Independence has only lost one match this season. And soccer will play either Monday or Tuesday. Pretty sure they will have a home match. The opponent yet to be determined, and that'll be all decided by the High School Activities Association tomorrow, so keep your radios tuned to KOFO. We'll have that information for you. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Ottawa University football. It's a noon kickoff as the Braves take on the Avila Eagles. It's really got playoff implications because the winner kind of keeps themselves in the hunt for an NAIA playoff berth. The loser will drop out of the top 25 most likely. It's 12 o'clock kick, 11 o'clock pregame with Bob Johnson right here on KOFO. Men's and women's soccer at Ottawa University both won at Avila today. The women are now perfect 9-0 on the conference season, and the men picking up a nice win against the Eagles. And volleyball is in action against number 4 Columbia College right now. One set apiece. Columbia has a 21-19 lead in set number 3. We'll try to keep you posted on that. Score updates for you. We have Girard now in the third quarter leading Osawatomie 28-0. Spring Hill scored a couple of times already in the third quarter. They lead over Baldwin now 21-0. Bonner Springs has come roaring back. They're down to Piper 21-20, and both teams now out on the field. And we'll take a quick 1-minute break here and come back, maybe give you some more score updates if we have them. Get ready for the second half. Ottawa will have the ball to start quarter number 3. They trail 13-6 to Tonganoxie, and you're listening to Cyclone football on KOFO.
And we're back. One more round, Cindy, and you win.
I'm ready.
Name a bank with at least 250 locations.
Arvest Bank.
Yes. Name a bank with longer hours and award-winning service.
Arvest.
Yes, that can give you a mortgage, credit card, or loan.
Arvest.
Has a free blue checking account you can open online.
Arvest.
And has an online switch kit.
Arvest Bank.
That is correct. You're a winner.
You can be a winner, too, when you open a free blue checking at Arvest Bank. Go to arvest.com/switch or visit a friendly nearby associate. Equal housing lender.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
People in the United States will suffer at least 1 or 2 episodes of debilitating back pain in their life. We see an epidemic in prescription medication abuse and overdose. Chiropractic is a natural, hands-on, patient-centered health care treatment for low back pain, for neck pain, for mid-back pain. We're an alternative to having to take medications. We're an alternative to having to have surgery.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100.
13-6 Tonganoxie. One other score that we neglected to pass along to you. It's a baseball score. Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. And the Milwaukee Brewers lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-1. That game was heading to the top of the second at last check. Win by the Brewers forces Game 7. The Dodgers up 3-2 in the best-of-7 series. And the winner of that series will play the Boston Red Sox in the 2018 World Series. Again, the scoring here in this game, Corbin Riedel on a 7-yard run, capping off a 25-yard drive after Ottawa turned it over on a fumble. And then late in the first half, Drake Prey, a 6-yard run as Tonganoxie drove 54 yards for the score, but Ottawa got on the board with 1 second to go in the half on a 7-yard quarterback scramble by Elias White. And it's 13-6 here as we head to quarter number 3. About an hour and a half from now, it's the high school football scoreboard show on KOFO. Keep your radios tuned to 1220 and 103.7 FM for all the scores and reports from around the state of Kansas with Nick Gosnell tonight. 10 o'clock, the high school football scoreboard show. Osage City now leads McLeod 26-12. That game is at the half. Ottawa will drop Carlson and Bethay back deep as Ethan Jacks tees it up. He does his kickoff similar to how he would do an extra point, just like about a 3-step run-up. So the kicks have been all short, and Ottawa's had really good field position because of that. Let's see if that continues to be the case here. This time it's a ground ball kick, and it goes the 10 yards. There's a flag down on the play. Ottawa did not go after the football. It rolled toward the 50-yard line. It has to go past that before anybody can touch it. The flag may have signaled touching, but it's hard to tell from up there. Tonganoxie coaches next to us said nobody touched it. If that is indeed the case, it would be Tonganoxie's football. I believe they recovered. No flag. Ottawa's offense came out on the field. Was it an offside penalty? Okay, well, they say it was a touching violation, so Ottawa has it at the Tonganoxie 48, 1st and 10. Well, let's see if the Cyclones can take advantage of that break right there. Handoff goes to Bethay, running hard. He breaks it across the 45 and down near the 42. Good tackle made by Sam Clydosti. But it's a gain on the play of 6 yards and 2nd down and 4. and Bethay behind White. And again, it's Bethay off the right guard, and Chavy gets down inside the 41 for a gain of 1.5 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 coming up. Piper has scored again right before the half, and they lead Bonner Springs 28-20. Wild game up at Piper tonight. 3rd and 3. This time Duarte and Carlson split wide left. White looks to throw, has Duarte. Duarte looked to make a move. That might have been a mistake, but it looks like he still got the 1st down yardage just inside the 38. They'll mark him at the 37, and it is a 1st down. So the Chieftains gave Ottawa just enough cushion there, and Duarte got the 1st and 10. 10:33 to play in the 3rd period. 13-6 Chieftains. This time, twin receivers to each side of the field. Keeping his White. He's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. The Cyclone offensive line just cannot hold blocks long enough for that type of play to occur. It's been a problem all season long. It's a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Whatever Ottawa does, it's almost got to be a quick hitter. Anything that takes time to develop, Cyclones are in trouble. 2nd and 13, back at the 40. It's Bethay on the handoff. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss of 2. But then a flag is thrown in late. Dead ball foul, personal foul against Tonganoxie. That must have been a late hit on the Chieftains. So a 15-yard mark-off will give Ottawa the ball inside the 30-yard line. It will not be a 1st down. Now, if it was a dead ball foul, the play should have stood, which would make it 3rd down. Let's see if that's the case. Yes, 3rd down and about 2. Flag thrown now by the side official. Referees have thrown a lot of laundry out there tonight. Offside, Tonganoxie. Anderson County has gotten on the board in their game against Burlington. They trail 22-7 now with 7:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Ottawa at the 24-yard line. Handoff Bethay looking for a hole. Now just trying to burrow his head. Might have gotten 1 yard, but now it looks like actually might have lost about 1/2 yard. Girard now leads Osawatomie 36-0 in their matchup. Battle of the Trojans down in Girard tonight. Second down 11. We know that the receiver this side, Duarte and Carlson, wide to the left. White looks to throw. Across the middle. Oh, man, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa. Brandon Carlson got behind the secondary. He had to come back for the pass, but he caught it. Touchdown for the Cyclones. Now the Cyclones can tie it up with the extra point. Bones will try it out of the hold of Carlson. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. Timeout on the field with 8:39 to play in the third quarter. The score is now Ottawa 13, Tonganoxie 13. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
You've spent countless hours and more money than you even realize establishing and running your business. When was the last time you evaluated how you're marketing your business? Other than your family and a few friends, how many potential customers or clients even know where you are or what you do? KOFO Marketing can help. Local radio advertising is still one of the most effective and affordable ways to share your message every day. Daily radio advertising builds image, trust, and value. Don't you want that for your business? Email sales@kofo.com or call 242-1220.
Cyclones have tied it up, 48-yard drive. And Bones will kick it off to either Tyner or Prey. West Franklin has scored again, 49-0. They lead Central Heights in the third. Good news for Anderson County is Prairie View scored to lead Iola 28-14 in the third. Line drive kick, fielded by an up back at the 21. And across the 40, still on his feet. Out to across the 45 goes Sam Clydusty. And it'll be great field position for Tonganoxie to start this drive. Riedel's back in at running back now for, I believe that's Riedel. Draw play to Riedel, gets it across the 50, picks up about 5 on first down. Aaron Doran made the tackle. It's called 2nd and 6. They mark it with the football just on the other side of the 50. Hayden Robbins, the quarterback. Delay once again, this time to Riedel. And Riedel burrows his way down to the 46, shy of the first down by a couple. And a big third down coming up. Fort Scott has gotten on the board against Eudora, 14-7 Cardinals. Third down 2. Riedel, left side, has the first down to the 42 of Ottawa. $7:16 to play, third period. 13-13 tie. Out of the shotgun, Robbins. Looks over to the sideline. Play clock now down to 8. Handoff goes to Prey. Walker's in front of him. Crosses the 40 to the 38-yard line. Following the block of Quentin Maggart. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Single receivers each side. Delay to Prey, and Prey is tripped up as he gets it to about the 37. Flag thrown late. Holding against Tonganoxie. So you would imagine Ottawa will take that penalty. It will remain second down, but Ball be pushed back to the 47-yard line. So second down now and 14. Rolling out right is Robbins. He'll look, throw out in the flat. He's got a man. It's Tyner. And Tyner is out of bounds inside the 35, just shy of the first down. Third down and a short 3. Midway through the third period, 13-13 tie. On the Wildcat, it's Riedel. He turns the corner. He's to the 30 and smothered then by Duarte at around the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, but a first down. Again, working from the Wildcat. Flags down. Ball start against the Chieftains. Burlington has widened its lead on Anderson County 30-7. Riedel running right. 30. Riedel brought down at around the 26. Got the 5 yards back. Second down and 10. This time Riedel following blockers left. Breaks it inside the 20, down to around the 17. Didn't quite get the yardage needed, but it'll be third and short. Again, running left is Riedel. Tripped up this time, but he got the first down as he crossed the 15. Doran made the tackle, but the Chieftains have it in the red zone at the Ottawa 13, first and 10. Another touchdown for Lewisburg. They lead Paola 25-7. This time it's Tyner on the direct snap. Tyner gets it down inside the 10, it appears, to the 9. Fort Scott has tied up their game against Eudora, 14-14 third quarter. This time the play runs left and down toward the end zone. Into the end zone goes Tyner. Oh, did they say he was down? There's no way that man was down shy of the end zone. Spot him at inside the 1. That was Tyner once again. He'll run it left again. Tried to get in. This time they say he did get in. Touchdown Tonganoxie. I think he was farther across the first time than that time. So the Chieftains drive to take the lead. Jacks will try the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is blocked once again. That time it was Bones that got it. Timeout on the field with 3:45 to play in the third. Tonganoxie leads Ottawa 19-13. Kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Want to win a shopping spree? You're in luck because the Ottawa Herald has partnered with Ottawa Main Street, and we're giving away $50 in Main Street bucks every month to one lucky winner. Go to ottawaherald.com/contest and enter today.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
A 59-yard drive by Tonganoxie as they answered the Ottawa score. And they retake the lead. Jacks will kick it off. Last time it was a ground ball, really an onside kick. The Cyclones just have struggled on kickoffs all year long. And a high kick this time. And dropped by Ottawa. It appeared, but maybe the Cyclones got it back. They did. So it'll be good field position to start the drive at about the 43.5. Final score, Girard 43, Osawatomie nothing. West Franklin scored again, 55-0 over Central Heights. Twins right, single man left, flag thrown. Offside, Ottawa. You know, there's really no reason for that. I mean, you're supposed to ask if you're the wide receiver. I mean, that's been one of the linemen. But if you're the wide receiver, you always ask that official, where am I at? Am I okay? First and 15, back at the 39. Option right. White will pitch late to Bethay. Bethay across the 40 and run out of bounds at the 44. So Bethay got back the initial 5. He'll come out of the ball game as his helmet was ripped off. Kessinger will come into the game. Second down, just inside 10 yards to go. So Kessinger now at quarterback, White's the tailback. Handoff White. And a flag down as White gets it to the 47. Sideline call against Ottawa. Their first. So that'd be the third down and 7 coming up. 2:48 to play third quarter. Referees have just really enjoyed throwing those yellow hankies out all night long, whether it was necessary or not. This time, White's back in at quarterback. Bethay is the tailback. In motion comes Aho. White looks, throws deep down the field, and the pass is going to be intercepted. That's Riedel on the pick, and he is going to run out of bounds in Ottawa territory at the 47. They were looking deep, and White threw it into double coverage once again. That is the 4th Ottawa turnover on the evening. it looks like the Chieftains will once again go with that Wildcat formation. It worked very well for them on the last drive. Start this one at the Ottawa 47. And it's Riedel cutting it against the grain, picking up about 5 down to the 42. Lewisburg leading Paola at the end of three quarters, 25-7. Riedel runs right this time, and he's tripped up as he gets it to the 35-yard line. Picks up the first down. Nothing fancy here. They're just lining everybody up tight and going either left or right, whichever way the formation is strong. Riedel again behind blockers and has another good gain, picks up a first down inside the 25. Single receiver splits this way. Formation is strong left, so look for it to go this way. It's Riedel once again, and not much there, maybe about 3. But Ottawa just not getting a push on the defensive line to stop Riedel from finding some hole and picking up positive yardage. Time the formation strong right, and they run it that way. Riedel gets it across the 20 to near the 19. It'll bring up a third down and a long 4. Another score by West Franklin. They are beating up on Central Heights tonight, 62-0. Third down 4. And a reverse this time. And they did not get the first down. There's a flag thrown late. Might have been unnecessary roughness. Dead ball, personal foul against Tonganoxie. They went with the reverse. They did not get the first down. And the fact that that was a dead ball penalty will make it fourth down and long. Pushes it back to the 33, where it'll be fourth down and 20. They will start the clock, and it will run out here in the third period. And that is the end of the third quarter. The score is Tonganoxie 19, Ottawa 13. We'll have the fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute. You're listening to Ottawa High Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Street construction has finally hit Leon's in downtown Ottawa. We will have blowout specials every day. Last Monday, it was buy any super burrito and get one for $1. These specials will change daily and sometimes twice per day. Keep up with us on Leon's Facebook page or call 242-8227.
Many people are finding themselves spending more and more time sitting behind a computer or standing for long hours during the day. Each time we lean forward 60 degrees, the stress placed on our neck is increased dramatically. Bad posture can lead to numbness, pain, tense nerves, and even affect your breathing. Stress on your neck can also lead to tense upper back and shoulder muscles, resulting in frequent headaches due to this poor posture. This is Dr. Sherry Jung at Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Give us a call today for a no-charge consultation at 785-242-4100.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO Sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
4th down, 20. They're going to say it's 3rd down, so evidently that was not a dead ball foul. So 3rd down, 20. They continue to run out of the Wildcat, but they're going to throw the ball. Riedel finding a man wide open, but he can't get there. He was looking downfield for Robbins and just overthrew him. It'll be 4th and long. Anderson County picked up a touchdown, but they still trail Burlington 30-13. The Milwaukee Brewers now lead Los Angeles 5-1 in their Game 6 against the Dodgers. OU volleyball went down to defeat 3-1 to the 4th-ranked team in NAIA, the Columbia Cougars, tonight. 4th down and 20. Robbins back in the backfield now. And whistle. And Tonganoxie will use a timeout. With 11:54 to play in the football game, Tonganoxie leads at 19-13. This is Cyclone football on KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
The number one overall health problem that we have and that we're dealing with right now would be being overweight or being obese. How do we talk about this? I think our role is to encourage our patients to become more active, encourage them to park a little further away out in the parking lot, to try and take 1,000 extra steps a day, to try and watch what they eat.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
So 4th down and 20, and you have to wonder if maybe in this situation, you don't want to give up the opportunity to put points on the board, but you might think about maybe kicking it and pinning Ottawa deep. Ball's at the 33. Keep in mind that Robbins is the punter. Robbins, straight drop under heavy pressure. Now steps up. He's got a little bit of running room. Makes a nice move, and he is going to get the first down inside the 15-yard line. It looked like they were trying to set up the screen pass, but Robbins stepped up and made a nice move on the linebacker and took it all the way down to the 14 and picks up the first down. Running right is Riedel. Hit hard, but fights his way forward to the 10. Second down and 7. Piper now leads Bonner Springs 35-20. A game early third period. Riedel again behind blockers, cuts it inside, hit as he got to the 8 and went down right there. It was Cameron Reynolds with the hit. And it'll be a 3rd down 5. Again, Riedel running right. And he got it down to the 4, maybe the 3. He's close to the first down. And they say he did get it, so 1st and goal. First down goal. Riedel off the right side. He's in. Touchdown. See what the Chieftains do here with their conversion. They're going to go for two, it appears. They try to open up. A 14-point lead. Lead by 12 currently. Rolling right is Robbins. He's looking. He throws. And the pass is going to be incomplete. So with 10:22 to play, the score is Tonganoxie 25 and Ottawa 13. Kickoff in 30 seconds. And this is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting Ottawa High School. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Well, after the Laredo interception, he goes in from 3 yards out. And it's now 25-13. Still lots of time on the clock, but Cyclones have got to get into the end zone, and then they've got to stop that Wildcat offense. Jax will kick it off. He's not kicked it deep all night long. Cyclone deep men are actually standing at the 20-yard line. Kicking a high kick. Fair catch called for by Jose Richards. Smart move right there by Jose, and Ottawa will have it at the 43, 1st and 10. Prairie View has scored again on Iola. That helps Anderson County out. Bulldogs actually scored again to cut the Burlington lead down to 10, early fourth quarter. Prairie View leads Iola 35-14. An Iola loss propels Anderson County into the playoffs no matter what. 1st and 10, Ottawa. White out of the shotgun, looks to throw, rolling, throws, has a man, pass caught, hit immediately. Complete to Carlson. They'll spot him at the 49 for a gain of about 6. Final score, West Franklin 64. Now I've got conflicting information here. We say 63. The West Franklin Twitter feed says 64. Handoff goes to Bethay, and Bethay appears to have the first down at near the 46-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say he was short. I think I would want to have that measured. That looks from here like he got the first down. Third and 1. High snap as Bethay grabbed in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Man, you just can't have that. The high snap on a third down situation. Allowed the penetration, and now it's 4th and 2. Another touchdown for Piper. Their lead over Bonner Springs now 42-20. At the end of 3, Santa Fe Trail still leads Jefferson West 19-7. White hands it off to Bethay. And Chavy got close, but it'll depend on the spot. Official, I think, wants to measure it this time. He should have measured it the previous time. He didn't get it from my vantage point. He was closer on the second down play. and the Cyclones turn it over on downs. I really think if I had been Rob Hedrick, I would have asked for the measurement on the second down play, because it looked from up here like he got it then. Well, that's a huge stop for Tonganoxie, and the clock now on their side with 8:23 to go, leading by 12. Spring Hills lead over Baldwin 35-7. Broncos trying to pick up their fourth win on the season. All sorts of permutations here on this 4A Eastern bracket. Direct snap to Riedel, right side, slips as he hits the 50. Boy, that's dangerous right there. That's the muddiest part of the field if there is really a muddy part, but he slipped, and that could have been a turned knee or turned ankle. He's all right, but pick up on the play of about 4, 2nd and 6. Osage City over McLeod 32-12. The Indians try to take second place in that 2A district. Delay this time goes to Robbins, and Robbins is smothered in the backfield. Ethan Jansen came up to make the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down and 9. I'm sorry, that was not Robbins, it was Cunningham. Robbins rolls right, looks to throw, flag is down, and the pass incomplete. That should be a hold. And now, if that is the case, Ottawa's got a big decision to make. It is a holding call. Thrown in the backfield, it would make it 3rd and long, but if they decline the penalty, it'll be 4th down, and the Cyclones will decline. They want the football back with 7:11 to go. Burlington scored 36-20 over Anderson County. Nobody back for Ottawa. Kick away, line drive kick. It'll take a roll for Tonganoxie. It'll be down at about the 15. So long field for Ottawa with 7:03 to go, trailing by 12. Point, Ottawa looks like they'll be on the road at Lewisburg again. We'll get to see that poor field that Lewisburg has over there. I say poor, it's just been dug up and mud from the bad weather we've had. Option right, and a pass play across the middle, and it's caught. Duarte gets it across the 40-yard line. So it looked like an option run, but instead White found Duarte across the middle, and he picks up 25 yards. White, flag thrown, and no play. False start, Ottawa. Final score from Wellsville. Hayden beat the Eagles tonight 36-0. Wellsville, I believe, will be on the road next Friday. And they will be at Royal Valley. 1st and 15, Aho in motion right. Back to throw White, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Thrown right into the defender's arms, and a lot of green in front of him down the sidelines, being chased. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Tonganoxie. And let's see who the man was. Still can't make out the number. Was it Robbins? Looks like it was Robbins. Well, that makes it 31-13. It was Hayden Robbins. So they'll go for two. Robbins rolls right, looks, throws, pass behind the intended receiver, pass no good. Timeout on the field, 6:22 to play. Tonganoxie 31, Ottawa 13. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. And you're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team. To be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Fifth turnover on the night for the Cyclones, and Robbins takes it in. I believe that was about a 43-yard return. Jacks will kick it off. And a kick fielded by Cameron Reynolds at the 48-yard line. Lewisburg still on top of Paola with about 3 minutes to go, so it looks like the Wildcats are going to go into Paola tonight and beat the Panthers. And they're going to take the number 1 seed on the eastern side of the 4A bracket. Another score for Piper. They now lead Bonner Springs 49-20 tonight. White to throw. Throws downfield, wobbly pass. That one is going to be incomplete. Off the hands of the defender and then almost caught by Aho. Second down 10. And that is final now. Lewisburg has beaten Paola tonight, 25-7. So the Cyclones will be at Lewisburg next Friday night. White across the middle, finds Bones. Bones with a nice catch at the 45, but brought down immediately. It'll be third down and about 2. Tyner with the tackle. Again, White to throw. Throws it back across the way to Bethay. Made a move, 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet across the 25 and out of bounds. So White got to Bethay, who immediately made a move, and the defender slipped. And it's 1st and 10 Ottawa at the Chieftain 25-yard line. White across the middle, up in the air, pass is intercepted. Tipped, and Collier got his second interception of the ball game. Six Ottawa turnovers. Under 5.5 minutes to go. High school football scoreboard show tonight, coming your way at 10 o'clock. First and 10 at the 20. Handoff to Riedel, tripped up by Bethay as he got it across the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a couple. Second down and 8. Clock inside, 5 minutes to go. Delay to Riedel, and caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And the Cyclones will use a timeout here with 4:42 to play. They trail Tonganoxie 31-13, and we're back in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone football on KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
People in the United States will suffer at least 1 or 2 episodes of debilitating back pain in their life. You know, we see an epidemic in prescription medication abuse and overdose. Chiropractic is a natural, hands-on, patient-centered health care treatment for low back pain, for neck pain, for mid-back pain. We're an alternative to having to take medications. We're an alternative to having to have surgery.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100.
4:42 to go. Tonganoxie has scored 18 unanswered points after Ottawa tied it up early in the third period. Third down and 10 for the Chieftains. Here's an interesting score. Labette County beat Chanute 52-15 tonight. That means both those teams now have 4-4 records. Tonganoxie will play somebody with a 4-4 record next week at home. Back to throw, Robbins, throwing deep downfield. That pass is overthrown and falls incomplete. It would appear that after tonight's over, Bonner Springs, Chanute, Atchison, Piper, Labette County, and Spring Hill will all have 4-4 records. Robbins will punt it. It's a high punt, near side, and it's going to bounce and roll dead at the 47 of Tonganoxie. So if you look at the points system, Bonner Springs came in with a decided edge in that, so they're likely going to be the 8th seed and get the final home game. Tonganoxie would move up to 6th if Fort Scott would lose to Eudora tonight. The game was tied in the 4th. So it would be very difficult to know who everybody's playing until all the dust clears here tonight. First and 10, Ottawa. Empty backfield for White. And he throws across the middle. That pass off the hands of Bones, thrown high and incomplete. Jefferson West has scored in the 4th to cut Santa Fe Trail's lead to 5. 19-14 Chargers, just under 10 minutes to go. Fort Scott and Eudora are going to overtime, tied at 14. In motion, Aho. Flags are down. Pass nearly picked off. Tonganoxie may decide to decline the penalty and bring up a third down and 10. They will decline the motion penalty. Cyclones 3rd and 10 at the Tonganoxie 47 with 4:20 to play. Wyatt, straight drop, has time, throws deep down the field, passes nearly picked off. Again, White threw into double coverage. He was looking for Bones. It'll be 4th and 10. Stops the clock with 4:13 to go. Straight drop. Pass across the middle, overthrown, intended for Bueno. And it'll be Tonganoxie's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 47 with 4:08 to go. The Chieftains will move their record to 6 and 2. They could be as high as the 5th seed if Bishop Miege lost tonight. And Fort Scott doesn't pick up the win at home against Eudora. Handoff for Riedel, hit in the backfield. Nice play there by Tucker Mace, the senior. He fought off the blocker and stopped Riedel for no gain. Actually, for loss of the play of about 4 yards. Robbins out of the shotgun, man in motion left. He'll hand it off to Riedel off the left side, and Riedel gets it back near the original line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Fort Scott has scored in overtime. They lead Eudora 21-14. Cardinals will have the ball at the 10 with 4 downs, needing a touchdown and an extra point to keep the game alive. And Robbins rolling, throwing deep downfield, and that pass will be incomplete, intended for Tyner. And a 4th down, stops the clock with 2:43 to go. Robbins will punt it. Carlson is back. Carlson will field the kick at the 25. Carlson to the outside, 40, 45, 50, and inside Tonganoxie territory at the 44-yard line. .32 to play. Kessinger now in at quarterback. And off goes to White. White, a couple yards down near the 42. Or it has Bethay in the lineup with the carry. Jefferson West has scored again. They lead Santa Fe Trail 22-19 now. Again, Bethay, and not much there. Gain of a yard. 3rd and 7. Clock continues to run. 1:46 to go. Well, the Cyclones for 2.5 quarters fight with this Tonganoxie football team, but then the turnovers got the best of them, and Tonganoxie offensive line just really kind of dominated. Kessinger drops to throw, throws a sideline pass, and the pass is nearly intercepted. Ottawa has thrown into double and triple coverage all night long. Stops the clock with 1:19 to go. Fort Scott has beaten Eudora tonight in overtime, 21-14. Final score from Burlington, Wildcats 36 and Anderson County 20. Pass across the middle, incomplete. It was intended for Bones. And once again, Ottawa turns it over on downs. So the finals we have, West Franklin 64, Central Heights nothing. Burlington 36, Anderson County 20. Fort Scott in overtime, 21-14 over Eudora. Lewisburg beat Paola 25-7, and Girard over Osawatomie 43-0. Easton's can go into victory formation here. Piper with another score, and starting the fourth quarter, they lead Bonner Springs 55-20. That's an impressive win. And you would imagine they're going to win this game 55-20 at the end of 3 for Piper. Chieftains take a knee. Clock will continue to run. It's like Bishop Miege won last night, so the Stags will be the number 5 seed. Fort Scott, the 6. Tonganoxie, the 7 seed. It appears maybe that the Chieftains will get Piper. Next Friday night, another knee taken by Tonganoxie. And this will run out the clock. And the final score here tonight on senior night, Tonganoxie 31 and Ottawa 13. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
This flu season, one Walgreens flu shot can make a world of difference. So you can protect yourself and also your close-talking coworkers, high-fiving neighbors, 2-month-old niece. That's why Walgreens has specially trained pharmacists that have provided over 60 million flu shots since 2010. Stop by for your flu shot today with a $0 copay with most insurance. Because protecting the world starts with protecting yours. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Stop by Lowe's to keep your yard in top shape all year long. Spruce things up out front with bags of premium mulch or Miracle Grow garden soil. Your choice, now 4 for $10. Then, give your lawn the good stuff by picking up a bag of Pennington Smart Seed, 15 pounds or more. And you'll get Pennington One-Step Lawn Repair free when you buy in-store. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 10/24 while supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. See store for details. U.S. only.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-513-2334. That's 800-513-2334. 800-513-2334. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Well, the Ottawa Cyclones continue to shoot themselves in the foot this 2018 football season. 6 turnovers and a number of penalties tonight, and the inability to stop the Tonganoxie rushing attack in the second half. And it all adds up to a senior night loss, 31-13 to Tonganoxie. Chieftains, their 6th win in a row, while Ottawa falls to 0-8. Cyclones trailed 13-0, but then scored on the next to last play of the first half on a 7-yard run, quarterback scramble by Elias White. They trailed 13-6 at half, then drove the ball downfield after taking the second half kickoff and tied the game on a pass from White to Brandon Carlson. But after that, it was all Tonganoxie. 2 touchdown runs, one by Elijah Tyner, one by Corbin Riedel, his second of the night, and then Hayden Robbins with a 43-yard interception return for a score. Cyclones just continued to turn the ball over, 6 on the evening, and as I mentioned, they are now 0-8 on the year. Ottawa will travel next week to Lewisburg. Lewisburg has clinched the number 1 seed in 4A East, and they will play the Cyclones at Wildcat Stadium next Friday. We would anticipate that being a 7 o'clock kickoff. If that is the case, 6:40 pregame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Again, the final score, Tonganoxie 31, Ottawa 13, and this is Gary Bateman saying so long from Steve Grogan Stadium.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on 103.7 FM, 1220, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by